Did our new Mastermind Series class, which is going to be June 5th at 4:30 Eastern. This is How to Grow Your Small Account Part 2. You do not have to watch the first one to have the second one, but I highly recommend it because it is the basis and the foundation leading into Part 2, which was How to Grow Your Small Account. It was $199 if you were able to buy that before the class. It's almost 2 hours, but it is a full 90-minute class with Q&A. You guys will be able to rewatch that as much as you want. If you did buy the first one, there is a discount code that you guys can use. I can't just blurt it out because it's only if you bought the first one. So head over to our Discord, look at the channel that is for the replay of that video, and you guys will see the actual discount code that is listed inside of there. You can find it in our store if you go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. To sign up for any of the services, of course, website is always here. $200 for our regular membership gets you immediately into Zoom. You can see every trade I make. You'll get hot stock picks, the videos on demand, the IPO center, and the pre-market setup, all with the regular $200 membership. When you're ready to step it up, though, I highly recommend the VIP membership. You'll be able to start trading early at 4 a.m. You'll get to trade with some of our other millionaires inside of that room. You guys will get masterclass training with me every day at 8:15. You'll get the VIP lounge, all of those hot stock picks, pre-market setup. You're going to get the IPO center, the videos on demand, all of the workshop classes for free, and we put one of those on every single month. You'll get all the VIP training videos, the Trading View indicators. These were designed specifically based on my 2-minute EWO, which, by the way, no trader in the world has ever used what we are doing with the Elliott Wave Oscillator. And we have a lot of people finding success, obviously, with this. You'll also get VIP seating at the meetups. If you are a VIP member and you want more training, VIP Gold, you can add that on for an additional $2,500 a year. Right now, as one of the specials that I have, this could go away, but right now, if you sign up for the VIP Gold, you will also get a free one-on-one with a moderator. That is a $500 value just for that. You'll get all the mastermind classes. You get every mastermind class for free during your subscription. You'll get 1 hour of tech support if you need it, so we can remote in. We can help you set up those charts. Anything specific, right, that will get you going, we can help you with that. You're also going to get, for the first time ever, weekend training. We've been doing it every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And because it's the weekend, it is literally like a one-on-one. You'll also get our news service showing us everything, right, that's going on in the market, and breakout rooms. So anytime we do a breakout room, that's only for VIP Gold members. You guys will be able to access that. Use your affiliate account. You guys will also get a piece of everything. So you have family members, neighbors, people in your church, people that you guys want to help out. You can give them your link, and that will also give you a kickback immediately. It's immediate. As soon as they pay for it, you guys will get money. You'll see it into your monies that you can just withdraw. Send them to AmericanDreamTrading.com.
American Dream Training, okay? Because we train and we train hard so that when it's time to actually trade, we know what the hell we're doing.
You have now stumbled into AmericanDreamTrading.com, where we trade shares and options. I will show you about swing trading, long-term trading, dividend stocks, high-yield income stocks, covered calls, cash secure puts, diagonal and credit spreads, debit spreads. I will teach you everything there is to know about the entire market. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't believe I get paid to help all of you get paid. This is such a wild thing.
Dude, this is absolutely crazy. Who was there for this today? Raise your hands. Let me see in the chat who made money off of this trade. I want to know, because I am absolutely sick about it, but ADT got paid today. A lot of people in ADT got paid today. And even though it kills me that I'm not one of them, I'm still happy for my brothers and sisters that made money off of it. That's the only reason I can come on here with the attitude that I have, because mindset is everything. And if I allow today to keep me down, then I won't be ready for the next blessing. So never do that. I tell all of you that, watch it in action. I will not let today stop me from prospering in the future. But for those of you that made money on this, good for you. I'm so glad you did, because today was insane. There's no way I've ever seen that kind of drop. And it's still going down. I mean, it's curling, but for the most part, SPY is still down. So somebody wants to keep that down. That's just absolutely nuts. I'm still looking at it. I can't believe what I'm seeing. That is absolutely crazy. Welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket live chat and watch party. I'm your host, J&J Video Reacts, and this is the SPY Show. We are talking about SPY falling off a freaking cliff today. This is a lounge that's been created for us traders to talk about our day in the market. And yes, we have a lot to talk about today. A lot. Okay? So welcome. Everybody grab some popcorn, grab a Pepsi, a drink, water, and grapes if you're into that kind of thing. All right? And kick back, relax, and get ready to come up here and decompress. The link to the stream is right down there in the live chat. There's 3 links there, actually. Thank you, Miranda. Miranda always makes sure the links are in there. AmericanDreamTrading.com is where you will come to be a part of this group. Click that link that's pinned to the top of this chat, and you will be able to become a member by going straight to the website and picking VIP Complete Membership. Why do you want to start there? Because that is the best membership that we offer, and it includes every service that we have, including one-on-one type style training with coach, a free one-on-one with a moderator, hot stock picks of the day, monthly workshop classes, mastermind classes, you name it, and it is in that package. Why settle for anything less? So go there and click that button and go ahead and get signed up today. Not next week, not tomorrow, now. Go sign up now, okay? The second link is the link to join the panel. Come on up here and talk to us, okay? It looks like I had somebody up. I think I got, hey, I see you down there. We got somebody here, guys. You know who it is, right? It's our favorite. I want you guys to welcome to the panel, Government Cheese. What's up, Government Cheese?
What's up, Dawn?
What's happening?
You know I'm traveling, so you know my phone gonna be funky, so.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Did you make money on that trade today, Nate?
Yes. yes.
Tell us what you made on it, brother. What'd you make on it?
Well, total I made about $8,000 today, but I made about $7,100 on that SPY move today. So
good.
It was it was good. It was good. It was a good trade. Yeah. I caught that around, must have been around a little bit before, I don't know, probably around 2:15, somewhere around in there. I think that's when everybody was talking about it.
Yeah.
And I had to pull over side the road. I've been sitting in the truck stop for almost 2 hours trading SPY.
Wow.
Ain't that crazy?
Well, you know what? For $7,000, it was well worth the pullover. What you think?
Yeah, it was well worth it. I could have been doing something else like driving, but I chose to pull over and trade.
Priorities, Nate. Priorities. All right. So yeah, man, that was awesome.
So what?
I said priorities. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Dawn. I knew
That's-
my phone was gonna start acting crazy because this weather is look like it's getting ready to storm here. I guess I don't know
I
what it's
know.
doing.
I know. We got the same thing going on. Can you hear me?
But I just wanted to pop in there and say hello to everybody, and I see y'all in the morning, I guess.
Peace out, brother. Sounds good. Thanks for stopping through and saying hey.
Travel safe.
So what?
I said
Thanks
travel
for
safe.
stopping through and saying hey to us and letting us know how your day went. Drive safe. Lee.
I'll be listening. My connection gonna be mad, but I'll be listening, okay?
Okay, we'll be here. Shout out to Government Cheese, man. I tell you what, Nate inspires us every morning. Listen, by the way, if you are a VIP, it'll behoove you to get your tail in there at 4 o'clock in the morning. I know it's early. I know. But there are people that do it. There are a lot of people that do it. And I'm talking to the tune of 50 to 100 people, almost 200 every morning that come in to watch Nate and Mark McSee trade. And we get our money's worth every morning. We get training and they follow coach's rules and we learn from the pre-market to the aftermarket. So try to make it in there if you can, 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time, and see what's going on in the pre-market. Aaron, what's going on? And James, hey brother.
Nice to be here, like always. So glad to be here. It's super exciting about the day. I was actually just juicing, and I hear the coach get on and everything. So I was at a buying power, so I was just kind of listening. And then coach got on, and I had to move over to the paper trading just so I could get some practice with it. Made like $1,500 or $2,000 real quick, but the paper trading wasn't as accurate as as real trading, but still playing in the game, looking at the candles, make my entries mentally, knowing that that's when I would have entered. So yeah, playing with that, and it was really good. I did pretty decent this morning before the market on the pre-market. On that
Didn't you make a couple $100 this morning?
Yeah, I was up like 250 almost, and I gave a little bit back, so I closed out the day with like 226 or something like that. So
okay,
not bad.
Awesome. That's good.
So I was with you, not having buying power to the SPY thing. So I feel you. I feel but like you said, it's the mental game. It's the market goes up, the market goes down. It's gonna happen.
And it
tomorrow.
will not be the last time that SPY ever does this. So
it hasn't stopped yet.
Yep. I remember seeing a day like this a couple months ago when something like this happened. So you never know.
We just had that Apple drop.
Always save some powder. Always save some powder. That was on me. That was my fault. And I had powder all set up and ready to go, and I chose to use it early. And that's what I get. That's what I get. So I got to take the good with the bad. Yesterday I walked away with $200 out of it, or 150, and today I wasn't able to get in on it because I had FOMO and was not patient. So patience is a virtue. Patience pays. If you have patience, you'll have the things that you want. And because I chose not to have patience, I chose not to have the abundance that was waiting for me to take advantage of it. It wasn't even like I didn't have the clue that might happen, because look what happened yesterday. And I had buying power waiting for it. So this is how we learn those hard lessons, because right now I'm feeling the crunch of that. Even though I've got a smile on my face right now I'm burning up inside because I needed that money. So, but I got to learn from stuff like that, and I got to keep moving forward, because I'm not going to let stuff like that beat me down and keep me from still playing in the mall. Oh, I give up, man. I don't know what. Exactly. No, that's not me. So that's not going to ever happen. So
we all
got to
have
take
our
it
own.
and keep moving.
Yeah, we have our own way of trading. We all are comfortable with different things. We all need to find our own space with the account level that we were choosing to play, to have.
That's it.
So whatever that is, so I've been dealing with the running out of cash, because my account's pretty small as well. So I'm having to balance that every other day, because I want to play the stocks, but the stocks take 2 days to get in. So I find myself playing with the options because I get the money the next day. But then I'm going back and forth on strategy, and I'm not consistent. So,
dude, woo!
We
are so here.
Sticking with one thing is super important, even though that we didn't get in today. What it's just a little bump in the road. Everybody else did. I played it on the paper, so I'm still feeling good. So tomorrow I'm ready. There's nothing about today that I'm going to carry on in tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new day. A new trade's a new trade, in and out.
That's it. That is Aaron. Wow, man. I had no idea that we were so closely related in that area. So that's you. So you're feeling me, you're feeling me. So yeah. And sometimes it seems like I'm bouncing around. It's not that I'm trying to find my way. It's that I'm trying to balance living paycheck to paycheck with actually trying to earn money at the same time. And I'm living so close to the vest, and that hurts because we're not able to make Nate trades. We're not able to make coach trades. So, and we can't get in and out. So we have to do the best that we can with what we've got. You know what I mean? So yeah. So
but Nate trades and coach trades aren't. Yeah, they're not our trades, right? Like I see them, I'm excited for them, and
there's trades for us. Though.
Eventually, I'm gonna get there. I know that's my goal. I got it written down on my whiteboard. But right now, that's not me. But I could learn from them. Even just sitting there listening and watching what they're doing is getting that in there and allow you to step up there. Absolutely.
That is payment. That knowledge that we're getting, that is future success for us. Because the more we take that in, sometimes that's better than if they had just given us money. You know what I mean? Because they're giving us the ability to earn that money. So I know, man, you'll
just
be there.
Think how much better when we do get the account. How much on fire we're going to be, because we already went through this struggle down low. We're not blowing up our accounts. We're making
what doesn't kill our accounts makes it stronger, right?
Yep. I'm up $250. Yeah, $250.37 or 35 cents. It's like almost 2.4% of my account. I'm good. I'm green, awesome. Right? I don't care if it's $1. I'm green. So tomorrow I'm going in green with a positive attitude, and
that's right.
Be ready for it.
That's right. Good job,
instead of cash to play with. Ooh.
Yeah.
Dawn, I had a bad day, Dawn.
Yeah.
Shit, Vinny, I'm calling BS on that, dude.
Don't start.
Look, I was so down that I couldn't get a hold of you. I was like, man, if she was only here with me. I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I was hollering. I'm hollering on the Zoom. Is Dawn in here? I'm like, Dawn, it's getting ready to cross.
Yeah, I had gotten in those calls earlier, Vinny, and I said, okay, I'm going to save some powder for later just in case Spy does something crazy. And I found myself chasing the chop still, even though I know better.
I hate that shit.
Oh, man. I'm like, how many times is it going to take for me to finally get it through my thick head not to do that? And it was almost like the universe kept making Spy drop even harder and smashing it in my face even more, as if to say, you learned yet? You learned yet? Yeah, how about let's drop it some more? That's more money you lost. Did you get it yet? Finally, are you going to do that again? How about let's drop it some more? Are you going to do that again? Okay, good.
Right.
And let it go back up now. She's got it. Yeah, it can go back up now.
Yeah, I missed you in that trade, hon.
Oh, you know me. We would have been lit up, but it was lit up. I was listening. I couldn't join in the celebration. I was celebrating from afar, but because I wasn't actually in it, I didn't want to chime in because I didn't want to, be like a yay. I couldn't fake it. I couldn't fake it because I was pissed. The more it was going down, the more pissed I got. So rather than
I could hear your voice. I could hear your voice when you signed out of Zoom. That's it. And I was like,
but I didn't leave. I never leave you guys. You guys are always there. So I put a movie on and turned the sound down, and I heard Coach come in there and everything, and I'm like, oh great,
now you're really heartbroken.
Right. And God bless Christina. She was trying to tell Coach, hey, Dawn didn't get in. I want to don't tell him that. I don't want him to know that right now, because he's gonna be like, what the hell? What's going on with you? You know what I mean? So I get it though. She was so sweet. She was talking to me on X like, hey, you all right? She checked in with me. So Christina, if you're listening, thank you, baby girl. That was sweet. That was awesome. She was kind of talking me through. She's like, yeah, I know it sucks. So thanks for reaching out and making sure sister was all right. I appreciate
that's
you.
why this family's so strong, right? We
care
about people. never met.
Yep.
We
She
we
jumped
see
in
each other.
right on X, and she's like, "Hey, girl, you all right? Hey, girl, hey, you all right?" And I'm like, "Wow, that's really cool." So I appreciated that.
So I had
I'm
four.
like, yeah. "What'd you do? Tell
I
me."
had my 4 plays written down for the day. Spy was my powder money. I had Levi Strauss that I made money on, Ford that I made money on, and my Burlington Coat Factory.
Burlington Coat Factory.
I got 1,700% out of that one. The
Oh,
Burlington.
wow.
I
Woo!
tried to tell you guys without you know giving it away. Hint, hint, wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Nudge, nudge.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
Okay.
purposely did
Okay.
that for Chris this morning because I really felt bad for Chris.
Yeah.
I figured maybe somebody would hook him. Hey,
I'm really
don't
sorry he
don't
didn't
look
get
over
that
there. Look
trade,
over
though.
here. Was
Yeah,
that?
I'm sorry he didn't get in the spy, though.
Yeah,
I know he was trying
but
not to trade because we said that, but I'm like, shit, dude. The writing's on the wall.
yeah,
Screw
he said
that.
he said he followed what we told him last night. Stop trading. That's
Yeah,
one of the
but I
rules.
get
Three
it,
three
but
red days. Stop.
come on, though, Vinny. If you
Yeah, I
got
know.
buying
I,
power,
I know.
that
I know.
shit, come
It's
on.
hard to sit on them fingers.
Yeah, that's even a caveman could have traded that. He
Yeah,
couldn't have screwed that up if he
right,
tried.
right. But just to
That was
get them
worth
back
getting
on
in.
top, something to get
Yeah,
them
but
back on top. You know what I mean?
yeah, if he made a rule for himself, that we got to stick to our
Yeah,
rules. So if we told ourselves
yeah.
last night, regardless of what's there, I applaud him for that. If he, if that's what the rule he
Hey,
said, I
Yeah,
do see.
he told me in the Zoom today. He said,
that's fortitude. That's
Yep,
fortitude.
"Yeah."
yep,
He said, "I took your advice and stopped trading."
Yeah,
yep.
that is fortitude. I'll give him that. That was strong. I still would have got in it though.
I
Yeah,
Sorry.
see you.
I know
Um,
you'd have got in it for sure.
I still would have gotten in it. I'm sorry. I would have broke that rule. I'm sorry. I would have broke the shit out of that rule. Okay. That stuff
Especially if
went
you
down
looked
so
at their
crazy.
chart. If you'd have looked at the chart from Monday, now see, I made money on the earnings going up, right? So it was around April 1st. I said, let me see what they're doing. And I looked over
Yep.
down, and they were down. I wrote it down in my book. They were down $10 one day. Tuesday was $7, and Wednesday was another $9. And I was like, So I did my little chart, and I was like, oh, this got more room to come down yet. So
Right.
let me
Right.
write up. So I think I did 40 contracts. I forgot what the price was. It was cheap.
Wow. Yeah, man. Oh my God. DT, she was calling out those levels like a champ
Yeah.
today, right? I
But when
was
she
like,
said
wow.
525, I was like, that that might be pushing it, right? And then I watched those lines, just like the video that we watched last night. They
Yeah.
started to cross, and that's when I started. That was at 1:48 p.m. And I started hollering, "Where's Don? Where's Don? It's getting ready. It's getting ready." And just like
Yeah.
Coach did when he came in, he showed right where that was fixing to do what it did. We didn't
Yeah.
need the news. We didn't need the news. If you were in that chart and you watch those MA and the EMA lines,
Yeah.
5, 6 star trading.
It was golden. It was, and she also, I remember DT saying, yeah, if it breaks 522.15 or something like that, one of those levels, it could tank heavily. And she called it, dude. She was
Yeah, I
right.
had the 522.75, I think it was my last hard support for it. And it
Yep.
just blew right through there. And I was like, oh shit, here we go.
I heard you when you said, okay, it just broke through like 4 support levels.
Right. Yeah.
Oh
And
man.
if you look back on the calendar, we're all the way back down to March 20th and March 19th date. So all that gain has just been wiped away. Because I thought that the
What are you
market,
thinking for tomorrow, Vinny? You think it's gonna try to retrace and get back up or
no,
what?
no, tomorrow's Friday. You can forget that. It's not happening
Yeah.
on Friday. We all know Friday, majority of the time, is a sell-off day. That's when everybody takes profit. So when I looked at SPY this morning, I said, this market's setting up for Friday because they come out of the gate running up. Now, if that
Yeah,
would have
it did.
continued to climb Friday, we'd have got a little pullback, right?
Right.
On the sell-off, because that's everybody's profit going into Friday. They'd have took that shit Friday morning.
Yep.
Right.
You'll take your breath.
So now that we're here on a down day and it's dropped, what did it finish? $7 down? What was its total?
Hold on one second.
Yeah, but tomorrow I think it's gonna, it probably will continue and then have a little breath, but then start pushing.
513. Yeah, I think so too, Aaron.
513. So
Yeah,
that's how many dollars it went down? $7.
Yeah, it went down. Yeah, it went. Well,
Seven.
wasn't it? Where was it?
All right.
523. It was pushing 524. So yeah.
Right. So normally your rule of thumb is 50%, right? So if it went down,
that went down $10, Vinny.
Yeah. So you might get a pop out of the gate to people buying to try and push it back up. But if the news that we got today continues into tomorrow, it might be a quick pop up, that 10 o'clock nosedive.
Yeah. The ATR is usually around like $5, I think. DT was saying. I was
they're usually.
Yeah,
I don't know where she.
Like 460, I think she said.
Yes.
Yeah, we doubled that today, so we're gonna have a little breath, and then depending on the movement, which more than likely option Friday is gonna want to pull it down a little bit. But
right, I do 3 to 5 is what I normally pace by at, is 3 to 5.
Yep.
Wow.
But when those candles are rocking up,
I missed it all today too.
What happened?
I said, don't feel bad, Don. I missed it all today too. The wife called and decided she wanted to have lunch. So on the plus side, I've got something to give her shit about now. So
yeah, duty calls.
when she asked if we made $1 million today, I'll say, well, I could have, but you wanted to go have lunch.
I do that all the time. I do that all the time.
James, you're one of the first people I talked to this morning. How'd you do today otherwise? Listen, also something else I want to tell you. The next time we do some type of wheel to give away a VIP, you're going on there, right?
Yeah, no, please don't.
No, you're going on there. I mean, I'm not guarantee you're going to win, but it can't hurt.
I ended up, I had 2 good trades this morning and 1 bad trade. That Apple call got me, and that was just, I talked to David. He explained it. I know what I did wrong.
You didn't wipe out your good ones though, right?
The Apple call got you.
It did. I ended up down like $15.
Were you in an Apple put?
No. No, it's right after I got in that, when that call closed me out this morning, which it started at like 9:40 this morning.
Yeah.
So it was about 11 o'clock my time that my wife called and wanted to go have lunch. So I said, you know what? After that, sounds like a good idea. I'm out. Yeah. So
now, did you watch Tesla, Dawn, while all that was going on? Tesla was running by itself, and I'm like, why is Tesla moving up when it's part of the 7?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Holy shit, you were right.
Yeah,
we got not even a set of twins. We got triplets on here today, y'all. Does everybody notice? Like, I look like the odd man out. All 3 of these guys look just alike, especially Aaron and James. James,
I don't know. I got a little more white than they got.
And all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute. All of a sudden, my memory came back to what you said. So I'm looking up in the screen, and I'm like, what the hell? What? I'm like, wow. That's crazy. Anyway, go ahead, Vinny. I'm sorry.
but I happened to glance over on my watch list, and I saw Tesla, and I'm like, why in the hell is Tesla up $3 when everything else is going in the tank? That was weird. It was like Tesla. Tesla had a mind of its own. It's going up, and everything else is.
It does that. Tesla's known to do that. Nana talks about it all the time. She'll say
that's probably why I don't trade that.
Tesla things, yeah.
Whatever you think it's going to do, it's going to do the opposite.
Yep.
Right.
It's going to go off the other way.
Down though, at like right around the same time, like 12:54, it started coming down. But yeah, it did had a huge climb all the way up.
It had a nice $3 pop.
Yeah, when everything else came down, it started coming down.
Yep.
12 o'clock all the way to close.
Which is why I said that, James. If you still got a couple shares you're holding on to, don't give up on it. Because
I am.
Yeah, you'll be good at some point. So.
Were you in Tesla? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, just to put this out there, all right. I hate, if you guys notice, I don't talk about my tip jar a whole lot. I'll say something in the beginning, like, hey, it's part of my bill money and all of that. So thank you. But, listen, if you guys want to donate, that's absolutely fine. Yes, I could use it, but it makes me feel like I'm begging for money, and I don't like doing that. So it's down there. If you want to donate to the tip jar, it's greatly appreciated. All of you that have, I appreciate you and I love you, and it is put to good use. Trust and believe that. But the third link in the live chat is the tip jar. So I just wanted to put that out there, especially today.
Help my sister
But
out.
You deserve it, Don. Absolutely, you deserve it.
Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate you, brother. I really do.
Help my sister out.
So what are we going to do today, guys? What do you want to talk about? What's anybody got a topic that they want to talk about? Or
You got any questions down below?
Yeah, anybody got any questions? Actually, let me do a quick roll call because I like to say hi to everybody.
Yeah, see if you see any questions down there. I can't. If I turn it the other way.
To come in. I know he does. I know Miss Mustang Chris wants to come in.
Well, I don't see him in the backstage. Where is he?
I know.
Nah, he's not here yet.
He's in the
He's not here.
Miranda, let's start off with you. Thank you once again, always, baby, for putting in the links. I appreciate you so much. And let's scroll on down. Who else? We got Ange down there. Hey, Ange. Leslie. Hi, Leslie. We got Shub at J&J Video Reacts. Hello. Hey, what's going on? Joe Pink. How you doing, Joe Pink? Listen, Joe Pink, if you come up here too, that's going to be crazy because it'll be 4 of you up here that look alike. Hey, which one of these people don't belong? Which picture doesn't match?
Which one's not
Carolyn, which one's not like the others? Carolyn Chicken Wraps, what's going on, honey? Yo. Jay Waffle's in the house. Jay Waffle. Mike Clark, how are you? Always coming. Let's see. We got Juan. Hey, Juan, how are you? Juan saying, yo. Paula at the beach. What up, girlfriend? How are you? We've got Nicholas 5 pennies. What's up, Nicholas 5 pennies? How are you? We got Wendy Miller. Are you related to Hudson? Come on, you can tell us. Hudson. Wendy Miller, everybody. Give it up for Wendy Miller. Let's see. Wendy Miller, Carolyn Chicken Wraps, Hudson Miller. Hudson says, I am ready to cry. I have to read this because I'm so related. He said, I bought 2 soy. Tu soy tu papa. Yo soy tu papa. Remember that? Meet the Fockers. 2 spy puts at 12:40 Central Time, right? For 48 cents a piece. They were worth worth 450 each. Now, oh my God. He bought those for 48 cents each, right? And he had to go and he sold them at 70 cents a piece. So $70. Oh my God. Yeah, dude. Yeah. You're feeling it. Yeah. I did get in a spy put earlier and I got out because it was going up and up and up. So I got in calls and I went back. I got 10 of them. It was $80. When the last time I looked at that, they were worth $1.56. So I'm like, what are you going to do though? You can't cry over spilt milk. Got to keep it moving. But yeah, I feel you. We got Aaron already up here on the panel. Mike Clark. Hudson says I would have doubled my account. Oh, tell me about it, Hudson. The money that I planned on putting in SPY today was money that I had no business putting in there. And thank God I got out when I did because I didn't lose it. But had I done that, that would have been an account changer and a career changer for me because I wouldn't probably be paycheck to paycheck. So yeah, that's what hurts. See, but that's what keeps us going. That's what keeps us going. It's like you got to do the right things. You got to follow the rules. To your point, Aaron. Hudson, Carolyn Chicken Wrap. Okay, so it looks like we just got the same names over and over again. So that's very misleading. It seems like there's 20 million people in there and there's actually only 5, but it's all good. Diesel Dan, what's going on? How are you, brother? Woodsy, what's happening? I got to do it, guys. Billy, oh, Billy Mack, thank you for coming back. Thank you, Billy. Glad you're here. Prophet, what's going on? We got Miguel down there. Miguel, DJ Vinny is right here on the panel. He said CPI numbers. We've got, who? Girl Trader. What's going on, girl? I know who you are. How art thou? Welcome. Timo, what's up, Tim? How are you, baby? Glad you're here, honey. Leonard Jones, what's happening? What's happening? All of a sudden, I started hearing that guy in my head. Mustang, you gonna come up here and talk to us? Come hang out. Hey, JP, how are you, honey? Did you get in on the spy? If so, I hope you made some money, because I know you're in the same situation. You need it. We all do. And I think we might be coming to a close, guys. Girl Trader, I'm not trading tomorrow. It's gonna be volatile. You're not trading at all, Girl Trader? Not even shorts? So far, I don't see any questions. Mustang Chris. Yeah, so far I don't see any questions. Oh, also shout out to Mark McC. I know he has not been with us. Mark McC has been helping a friend out this week. He's been doing that manual labor gig this week, helping a buddy out. So shout out to him wherever he is. Mark, if you're listening, we love you, brother, and we miss you. And please don't hurt yourself. Hopefully you're all done with all of that. But I tell you what he has been doing. He's been getting a comma every morning in the pre-market before he has left for work for the day. So shout out to Mark McC. He is really getting it done, and we are proud of him. Ralph, what's going on, brother? Get your ass up here, man. Welcome, Ralph. Good to see you, man. Ralph, Mustang, he's on Mustang Chris, guys. Mustang Chris, you're going to hit every trade. You're not going to hit every trade. I know, he takes it to heart, right? And I think that's it. Girl Trader, ain't doing nada. Gonna work on the house. Okay. All right.
That's something I don't think anybody should do. I've made that mistake. You know, Hudson's talking about doubling his account.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, because that'll mess with your head as much as losing half your account.
Yeah. I tell you what, it's
at least it has me anyway.
Where did Vinny go?
She dropped down. Yeah.
Was it my breath, Vinny?
You eating with that bread?
Where did we just hear that?
Today.
Was that this morning?
Yeah, I forgot who said that. I think it was Nate. Nate brought it up.
Yeah, he did. Oh my goodness. Speaking of this morning, Danny, oh my God. I'm not gonna say what he said. I'm not gonna talk about what happened, but I was in the floor, and most of us were in the floor together. That was funny. You guys got to come hang out with us in the pre-market. You never know what's going to be said in the pre-market.
What happens in the pre-market stays in the pre-market.
Stays in the pre-market, right? So that was crazy. Yeah, you know, I was showing some of the thumbnails that I've gone through over the time in the time that we've been doing the aftermarket, and mindset is definitely huge. You know, one of the ones that I was looking at, and I did it because it was also motivating me. But this one right here, mindset is key. This is huge. Wait a minute. I clicked it. What happened? Okay. Mindset is key, right? If you don't have the proper mindset, it really does affect your trading. We were talking to Mustang Chris about this when he was talking about his trades. Mental mechanics are just as much a part of trading, if not more, than actual physical mechanics of getting in and out of the trade. Okay. Because when you think about it, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong, if you think about it, if your mind's not right, the trade is definitely not going to be right because you're not thinking, you're not planning through, you're not thinking like today, mindset was key, but I let FOMO get in the way. We got to learn how to control ourselves in trades. And I'm speaking to me even more so than any of you. We got to learn how to control ourselves in these trades, because if we don't, that's what's going to ultimately get the best of us. It's not the market, it's us. We've got to get out of our own way, especially when we know the rules and we know what we should be doing. So if we don't follow the rules and we don't do it, and shout out to you, Mustang Chris, for sticking to your guns. I know what I said earlier, but I applaud you for sticking to your guns and not making a trade. You could have gotten in a call thinking, hey, maybe it's going to reverse, and lost a ton of money. So I'm glad that you didn't jump it and get in it just because everybody else was jumping into it and stuck to your guns. That's what it takes, guys. We got to have discipline, because if we don't, we might as well be trading blind. We might as well just be taking money and just tearing it up and throwing it in the fireplace, because that's what we're doing when we go in without planning our trades. Would you guys agree with that?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, mindset's
Yeah.
huge. You're exactly right. If we're not we can know the rules. We could have them pasted right there in front of us. But if we're thinking
Yeah.
about what could have been yesterday, what happened on other trades, and then you start building that energy, and then that's what you're thinking about when you should be trading the trade. Like Nate always says, he's like, I trade the trade. What's in front of me is what's in front of me, and that's all I care about. But if your mindset's not there, you're not able to trade the trade, because you're not going to have everything down, because you're thinking about what if this is about, your mind is just out of that trade, but you're just hitting the buttons because it's running up, but you have no idea why. So yeah, mindset's huge. You got to have a nice, clean, calm mindset, come into them, and it's trade the trade, follow the rules. Everybody here, all the mods, it's the same rules over and over again. And why we repeat them and why we beat them down is because, one, we know that we don't always follow them, so we're correcting ourselves. But two, we know that it works. It works when you follow it. So document your trades, follow the rules, do what coaches says, and follow the mods. That's what we're here for. And we got a great family to help us, keep us accountable. So. And yeah, hats off to you, Chris. I'm super. You set a rule down, regardless of what it was. You're not going to trade today, and then that's what it is. There's nothing else. When you do decide to come back and start trading, that's what it is. And there's I can't carry nothing from one day to the next. So absolutely, mindset is key.
And with that being said, let's go right into it. Coach, tell us what we need to do, man.
Yeah. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Never lose more than 1 to 3% ever of your total account value in any given day. Always make sure you have stop losses on each and every single trade, whether it's shares or options. Make sure you guys are practicing base hits. Don't be trying to go for those home runs. Everybody be cool with that. Every once in a while, you get the home runs. But that comes back to our other rule. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. All right? So if we're getting hammered on something and it's going against you, just get out of there. If you're new to trading, do not trade in the first 30 minutes of the day or the last hour, ever. And if you are new to trading, do not use real money. You should be using simulated trainers, and you can use them on all sorts of different accounts. TD has them. TradingView, you can do rewinds. There's all sorts of stuff. Don't come in with real money blowing up your account. That is not how you want to learn. I want to make you a stock market trader and not just another call-out chaser.
Hey, welcome, Joe Pink.
Heard y'all were having a party up in here.
Shout out to you, Coach. Thank you for those rules. And we promise that we shall continue to follow them and use your rules, because they not only make us money, but they teach us how to keep our money. Yeah, man, we're having a party, especially now that you're here.
DJ
What's
Vinny
going
left.
on?
I thought I was trying to get 4 of us in here.
Look,
Really making the odd man out.
I told you. I said if
I
Joe
know.
Pink comes up here, it's I'm like.
I was driving home and I was like, I got to run home and get in there real quick.
Vinny, come on, man. Where'd you go?
He said he's got to make dinner for his wife. So he's posted in the chat.
Okay. All right. Well, we miss you, brother. We love you. I know. Shout out to Norman. Thank you, Norman. Thank you, Diesel Dan. I appreciate you guys so much. Let me put a love on those.
A lot of FOMO going in here on that spot and them calls or them puts today, huh?
Yes. Did you get in them?
No, I had to leave work about noon and run an errand. Before work, I was on the road driving. I came back and I was looking. I was like, oh my God, like a lot of stuff tanked this afternoon. I had an Apple call this morning that I made like 11% on. It was fine. I was happy with my one trade. I figured I could squeeze in today. But that was nice, man. That was a hell of an afternoon. I know there's a lot of people out there kicking themselves in the ass.
Shout out to Mark McSee. Speaking of that, I see him down in the chat says he lost so much money today hanging drywall. But hey, Mark, like you said, tomorrow's another day. Don't worry about it, brother. I thought about you too. I'm like, Mark would have got paid on that. He would have really gotten paid on that. I was thinking about him today with that. And if he saw it, I wondered if he saw it. And apparently he did. Well, how can he miss it with all of us talking about it?
Oh, he checks. He just said no FOMO allowed in ADT.
That's right.
We didn't lose anything because we weren't there. We all missed that big day 5 years ago. That's the way you got to look at it, though. We've all missed big days.
Yes.
Did we ever figure out why it dropped? What the catalyst was?
It was some news. It was some news. I don't remember what it was. Was it the Fed? Wasn't the Fed today?
I ran back in from running that errand for work, and I was just busy the rest of the afternoon. Then I drove home. I haven't looked at anything. I saw a couple of them that had dropped when I got back to my computer, but I didn't have time to really look at much past about noon today, so I have no idea.
Shout out to Bumblebee and Freddie the Freeloader for coming in real quick. Thank you, guys. Yeah, that was insane. So what else? Let's look at it. What else went down today?
Government cheese over there at a truck stop making money.
Yeah, he pulled over at a truck stop and washed his car, didn't he? Cleaned his car out, but he stopped over to the side of the road and traded.
Mark's
and got
posting
that money.
CPI data that came out.
That's what I thought. I knew something happened. There's Apple. Yeah, Apple started out like gangbusters. Look at that. It started out like gangbusters, didn't it?
Yeah, I got a nice call off it this morning. I mean, I got into a little bit late. I tried not to trade the first 15, 30 minutes or so, but so I got like an 11% trade. I put only bought 2. Put the last one, I was on Thinkorswim, so I put the last one on a trailing stop because I had to leave. It didn't go much further above that, so I, whatever, it wasn't the greatest trade in the world, but that wasn't bad. It's okay. I was happy with it. Then I come back and realize what I missed.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
that thing was running up, but then look what happened. It leveled off, and then it tanked.
Wow. It did tank too, just like SPY. Yeah.
Look,
quite a few things in my watch list did. I think I might have to add a few things in my watch list listening to DJ Vinny today. Burlington, I've heard people mention that quite a few times. Levi's.
Hey, DJ Vinny, put Burlington's ticker symbol in there. I want to take a look at that. See how that ended up today. Oh my God, look at AMD, guys.
Yep.
Same shit, different stuff.
All day. AMD was down all day.
EURL, Bravo Unicorn Roger Lima.
Bravo Unicorn Roger Lima. Hey, Ralph. Bravo. Oh, Bravo.
Yesterday it fell in the sky too.
Ralph, can you hear me? Oh, damn. Hold on. I thought I clicked the button for you. Hold on. Ralph, you there?
Yeah, all right. Now I'm in color. Let me see. I was in black and white. Hold on. DJ Vinny there? My Uncle Vinny here?
He was. He had to go cook dinner for his wife.
Cool. I can stay. All right. Because if my Uncle Vinny was here, I have to go. Like, I'm tired of hearing my Uncle Vinny voice. Because I'm tired of Uncle Vinny, I'm exhausted, brother. Okay, I'm tired of my Uncle Vinny voice. I gotta duck him. You know what I'm saying? You know how you got that my Uncle Vinny, like every time I come around, he by my cousin house, he by my mama house, he by my other uncle house. I'm like, what? My
Leave
Uncle
Vinny
Vinny go,
alone, man.
he's everywhere. I gotta get away from him. Right? I'm exhausted. It's like the holidays and I'm just every time I look around, my Uncle Vinny is he in the building, okay?
My cousin Vinny, right?
No, he my uncle. That's who he
Look,
is.
look. I was laughing today because I think Vinny was working Ted's nerves too, right? Because Ted was like, hey, Ted, pull up that Burlington. Pull up that Ted finally was like, what is going on with you in this Burlington, man?
I'm like, Uncle Vinny, if you don't stop, okay?
Leave me alone with the Burlington. He was determined to get us to trade Burlington, y'all.
There's people caught in those little stocks and not ones we look at, but there's we forget sometimes there's a lot of stocks out there.
Look here in the chat. Uncle Vinny, go take a break, brother, please.
Oh my God, wait a minute.
Go
so
talk to
I'm
my
assuming
auntie.
he was in puts because good God, hold on. Wait a minute. I know.
That's it.
See what I did? Yeah.
Hey, he tried to tell y'all the trend was down. He tried to tell y'all about
Vinny.
it.
Vinny! Damn it!
Big.
Oh my God, that made SPY look like it shot through the roof. I mean, it's like straight down.
At $20 today.
Oh man, he did. We missed out. Well, not everybody.
Well, I didn't miss out because I don't care about boys.
You know what that reminds me of? There was a time when I had gotten a Netflix. I don't know if you remember this, Ralph, but there was a time that I had gotten a Netflix. And I remember Mitch was here, Pastor was here, and a couple other people, and they were talking. And I'm like, are you guys in Netflix? And Mark Mancini had been calling it out. And I had said, you know what, I'm going to look at Netflix. And I'm up like $200. I'm like, are you guys in Netflix? Hello? Are you guys? I mean, it just kept going straight up and straight up, straight up, straight up. And it reminded me of this, that nobody was kind of paying attention to me. And they looked at it finally towards the end of the day. And I were like, damn. I'm like, yeah, I was trying to get you guys paid. So I feel you, Vinny.
Well, I'm going to just say
AMD
this right
went down $20 today.
If you that type of trader,
it did what?
then
AMD went down $20 today. It opened around 163, I think. Went down to or 180, went down to 160. AMD dropped a lot today. It never went up.
It did. Because I got some AMD, but I think my P&L on that account messed up because I traded that stock that Coach was in. it was like 25 cents, and I believe I figured it out at the end of the day. Because I looked, I was like, what the hell? Because it shocked me, and I'm leading to something that I was down 3% in the account. And I was like, wait, what the hell is going on? I'm down over 3% in the one day. Like, I haven't even took a trade. What the hell is going on here? You know what I mean? It's a long-term account, rather, and I believe the reason is because I got in that under $1 trade, and I guess they take the whole amount. I don't know what it is. They'll probably fix it, but after I did the math, and that's when I seen the drop on what y'all was just talking about. I said, God damn, is that the reason? It can't be. You know what I mean? Like, it can't be,
right.
Because even though it was a drop, I mean, if you just zoom out, it's just a pullback. You know what I'm saying? I mean.
Yeah, that's a pretty long drop on AMD right there.
Yeah, I think 180, like 164 or something like that.
Damn, look, it did the same thing. Look at this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wild. Oh, it did curl up a little bit at the end. Looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
Aftermarket.
bad, but I guess.
Oh, yeah, it's Aftermarket.
Yeah, this is what it's doing now. It's trying to come back a little, a little bit.
Man,
I've been found, so I'm gonna jump off the panel. So.
All right. Thanks for coming through.
Hi? Everybody, hi.
They got so many new faces.
Hold on.
So many new faces.
Who's saying hi? Did he leave already?
Yeah. I thought we had a.
I didn't see who. I think his kid or something was walking by.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I love the kids.
I love the kids.
I love the kids.
Trick.
Yeah, that kid that jumped on earlier now, hearing that young voice, that youth. Yeah, it's great having those kids in chat.
Logan,
Yeah,
Cox's kid. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh, Logan was there? That's my dog right
Yeah,
there.
Logan came in and said hi to us today. Shout out to Cox. Shout out to Logan. Love you guys. Miss you, Cox. Let's see.
Man.
Reviewing Ewo trades.
Someone executed my cash secured put on Tesla early on me today, so I am now the proud owner of 200 shares of Tesla. I saw this morning. I was like, that's 11 days early. I'm like, what the hell is that? I didn't even consider
Let
it.
me
Executed
tell
early,
you
so I
something.
got a tech support, and they were like, "Yeah, the guy executed early. He can do that. It was deep enough in the money." I'm like, God damn it. So, but that's cool.
Wow.
I sold covered calls on each
Hey.
100. So it's doing what it's supposed to. The wheel's doing what it's supposed to do. I like it better having cash and doing cash secured puts. I like that side better than having shares hoping to get the money back. I'd rather do cash secured puts the whole time.
No.
Wow.
I know it was a lot of drop, but pull up that move up on Tesla. That move up on Tesla was ridiculous. Okay.
It was.
I said, damn.
Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, I was thinking about Mustang Chris yesterday because, all right, the breakout actually happened yesterday, right? And so, like, I got a Weaver account with a little bit of money. So, and if you trade an account but you really don't pay attention to it, it's two lessons in this right here. Like, I don't really pay attention to the trades that I take, but I always make sure that I have the price management right, so it really don't matter. But so I had enough to get like 10 TSL shares yesterday when the breakout happened, right? Soon as I got in the trade, stop loss and sold. I always have a problem with doing that though. Like, instead of putting a stop, I guess it was like a limit order. And like soon as I pressed the button, it like sold, and I was like, damn. But what you gonna do? And then I'm focused on something else. And I'm like, oh well, I guess I'm out of cash for today. You know what I mean? And,
Yes.
and when I went to go and get it, because we was trading in the morning with those stocks, I think Luna drugged me through the damn water. The one that you was in drugged me through the water, so that ate up the buying power again, right? In the account. So I had enough to get a little
I
bit
think
of.
it was.
Yeah, well, I think it was GM. I don't know the.
No, it was that Z one, ZCMD.
Yeah,
I think is what it was.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, yep, that one. I had just a little bit left to get some Tesla. When I opened it up, I said, damn, that shit went all the way to the top. And then it came over, like I'm saying, like my little stencil that I had.
Oh my God. Look at this.
Yeah.
Does this not look like a rainbow? Good God
Look
Almighty.
at that. Yeah. Woo! I was like, damn. When I went to
that was
it was at the top.
Perfect moves right there. Look at
that. Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And realistically, you gotta get on that put in the first part of the day too.
Oh my
Zoom
God.
out, zoom out farther than that though, Don. It had 2 good days in a row in the pullback. Yesterday was a good day. Keep going back. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. 2 days in a row. Yes. But the day that you on right now is nothing compared to that next day.
Yeah, because look at that.
Like, damn.
Look at that right there.
That's the one that I messed up and sold and bought right there. Hey, I think Alpha about to get ready to go on a bull run too, because if you go to the chart, it's at the point of pain right now. Right?
It's one of the only big stocks
wow, Tesla.
under the MA200.
Yeah, I mean, you could have seriously gotten paid on Tesla both ways today without any contest. I mean, there's no contesting it going up, no contesting it coming down. That's crazy.
Let me tell you something. Tesla is at the bottom of the range right now, so that means institutions, like Coach said, is going to be looking to get a position going. And then in order for them to get the position going, they're going to rocket that thing to the top. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just going to rest. So, yeah. I think I cut somebody off. What you were saying? I think it was Aaron that was about to talk.
Oh, and I was just looking at Apple. Yeah, I pulled out to like just a day chart, and you're right. Apple's really at a critical level where it needs to be.
Apple at the point of pain right now. That's what I call the point of pain right now.
Nice.
If you was in a long position, you have to be making the decision right now. Am I going to add on and try to defend this position, or am I going to just, Well, go to the daily chart. That's today. I'm talking about the daily chart.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about, the point of pain is. And it's done made the turn. Apple done went up for like 3 days with its doji candles. So that's what let me
And
know.
it's coming off a double top too. So yeah, it's coming
Yeah,
off of a double top. 199.37 back in 12,
straight up
15, 23.
impact. I'm not telling y'all what to do, but I'm just saying.
So
It's
here's
at the
the
point of
daily.
pain. Yeah, basically, let me tell you, if you look at a chart on the daily chart, all these candles and stuff look the same. So if you just zoom out to the daily, what would you do if it was a day right now? Like if you was in one, like in a 2 minute, you know what I'm saying? Like what if that was one day? Right now, it'll look like you got a decision to make. Am I gonna get out right here? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So.
Wow. This is fascinating though. When you stop and think about it, a lot of people don't take the time to go to the daily chart and zoom out because it's basically just like an EWO. But this
It
has
is.
given you a overall shot of how Apple has been behaving for basically like a year. You know, just in one swoop. You know, so you can begin to look at points of resistance. Yes.
Yep, exactly. And
Right
those are going to
there
be the
is
major
a critical level. That's a critical level. That's a support
go
turn to
all the way
resistance.
across the board.
So you could
The only
throw a line
difference
in
is
right there.
it's under that MA 200 now, whereas it's above it on some other spots. So it's got to get back above that.
Yeah.
Kind of fight a bit, but it's low.
I'd be trying to get in below support if I was trying to take a big position. I don't know. I just can't do it. I mean, if I was I don't know. You know what I mean? That's it. I always try to put myself in the person's shoes that if I had enough, like, you know, if I had a large account, what would I do? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, we don't move markets. The people that do have abundance of everybody money put together, that's who move the market. So, like, what would you do if you was in their situation? So.
Well, and Apple's also, if you on the daily chart right at the end, it's creating a double bottom. So you're really at a point of
right here. Yeah,
yeah.
right there. Yeah.
It's either going to create another to go back up, or it's going to start going down. But yeah, it's like I love that term, just a point of pain, because
that's the point of pain right there.
Yep, got a double the bottom on the short term on the daily between a month or two. Yeah,
it came back relatively fast too, which
yeah. Just
if you see that thing start to go down a little bit and then come and start to come back up, it's gonna shoot up real fast then.
Aaron and Jesse, you're being told to check the gold lounge.
Wow. So it's like, what are we gonna do there?
Yeah, it went down for a minute too. Ain't that what Mustang Chris been playing? Apple?
Yeah.
Now I understand why he even having so much frustration, because right there, that's a decision time. That's what I like. What I've been trading been at a point like that. You remember I was telling you, Don, I ain't took no trades because I don't know what's gonna happen. I just gotta wait.
Right.
You know.
Right. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got reviewing EWO trades. Everybody that is not familiar with watching videos on YouTube on here, this is one of the videos that Carter has edited. He has put over 2,000 videos on here, guys. So make sure we're going to them, liking them, and putting comments on them and checking them out, because you're getting a lot of good information in these videos. Right here, we got reviewing EWO trades. Let's take a quick look at it. This is the one that he put up today.
SPY yesterday. I wanted to review this on the 2-minute because I saw some chatter from people about how yesterday was harder to trade. Okay, let's take a look at it. Even with SPY being the hardest thing there is to trade. So if you guys look at the 2-minute EWO right out of the gate, it was to the upside. You got paid. It pulled back. It broke below VWAP. You entered again. So here's your first entry, your second entry. You got in right here on VWAP, and you got paid the rest of the day. So here's the thing. If you guys are doing the 2-minute EWO, which 99.9% of you should be doing, this was not a hard trade on SPY yesterday, right? Tupperware, by the way, now up 17.8%. See it getting volume. Look at the candles getting longer, 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 longer. See them? And then they die out, die out, die out. Long candle. It's all buyers popping in there. So again, on SPY, 2 trades yesterday, and you got paid. Do you see it? That was it. Wasn't rocket science. It wasn't even hard at all, even though we had chop, right? And this is where people get confused. If you bought your 2-minute EWO in here, isn't this the perfect setup? Isn't this below VWAP, right? Did it ever come back and break above VWAP? It didn't even test it, right? This is the closest it came to it. And again, this is what we discussed yesterday. If you bought it up here, even if it came to test it here, look at, you still got paid no matter what on that trade, didn't you? No matter what on that trade, you got paid the whole day through. And if you guys are doing the shedding technique, you have no fears anyways. If you bought here, pulls back, hell, even if you did it here, let's do it here. Let's say you pulled out 50% here. Why? I don't know, because you're not listening to the coach, because it did not come back above VWAP, but I don't know. Just doing your own thing, I guess. You're going rogue. 21% on Tupperware. I told you that thing could run. That could have some juice to it with a new CEO. But right here, here's 50%. So now you've lightened your load, which means now you better stop worrying about these little micro moves, right? Look at this. And now you're like, oh, but it broke above here. You're like, I'm getting out. Okay, there's 20%. Keeps going. You're like, I'm so scared. 20%. Drives back down. Now you're like, yeah, I'm in business. Woo. It comes back up. You're like, oh no, 10%. And look, you see what I'm saying? Even if you dumped half of it right here and you held on, you still were able to collect 50% up until you got rid of it. Do you guys see how this is working?
Thank you, JP. I appreciate you, brother.
Uncle Vinny told y'all about Tupperware today.
Yeah, he did.
No, but hey, you know something that I saw coaches mention them long candles that he was talking about in them videos? Shout out to Richard Montoya, because he the one put it to my mind on a daily chart. If you see them candles on a daily chart real big, that means it's really going up that day, you know. And if you go to the daily chart and you see that doji, it's probably going to be a top day. I mean, we don't know what the next candle going to be when we trading in our everyday 2-minute chart, right? But you can almost kind of like guess if it's a candle that goes up and it closes on the top, then the next one is going to open up, and you know what I'm saying? So you can almost predict what a candle is going to be on the 2-minute chart. It's the same on the daily. It just takes one day for the candle to form. So if you see candles going up on the daily chart, then this is a bull trend, you know? So that's why I always zoom out to it so I can get an idea of what might be happening. If you go to the weekly,
I didn't used to use the daily chart. I didn't used to use it, but I totally see the benefit of it. And especially after doing the one-on-one with David yesterday, I totally see how zooming out, looking at it on a daily basis, and then breaking it down from the 4 hour to the 1 hour to the 15 to the 5 to the 2. I see the benefits in that. You know what I mean? Because you'll find a lot of those lines hold through all of those time frames, but then you'll find those little micro movements that when you go to the lower time frames, you weren't seeing in the larger time frames. And they proved to be significant, you know?
Yeah, just like Apple, you're going to see the overall trend. So you're going to, like if it's pointing down and it's really going up just for the short term, just because it's breathing a little bit. I mean, yeah, you could get in there and scalping it, but if you're planning to do an EWO or if you're doing some swing, being in there a little bit longer, you get to keep it tighter because you got that overall trend, you got the harder support line. So yeah, I always have to go back get a better feeling for the stock, because the day trading, the day trading in and out in the day is new. When I traded, it was about 10 years ago. It was like I'd hold the option for 3 to 5 days. I wouldn't hold over a week, but I was still in it longer than this, and I could see how you could get consumed in the day chart, because that's where you're at. But you got to pull back, and you got to see the 5, you got to see the 30-minute, you got to see the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 1 day, to get a feeling of where this thing gonna be going, or where it's the potentiality of it going, because that's where we live, is the potential. So
yes,
absolutely. Who is that's coming in?
It's me. I'm back.
Hey, you.
Go, guys.
Yeah.
Uncle Benny
Yeah, get out of there, bro. Get out of there.
Oh my God.
Remember you used to call him Cup and Handle?
Yep.
Yeah, but we made money on that cup and handle too, though. Don't forget that.
That was a quick dinner. Would you cook spaghetti?
Now I made one of your favorites.
What?
Steak.
Dead flesh.
Got to get that protein.
Hey.
So I don't think Bruno could see that, Joe P.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong one.
Wait, but he here though. Bruno, check the membership lounge. There you go.
I put it in the regular chat. They're talking about Aaron's ponytail from back in the 70s.
Oh, I didn't know.
Bruno,
I didn't know what y'all had going.
Bruno's jealous. He's jealous, Aaron. That's all.
Is he really?
Yeah, Bruno's jealous.
But yeah, I did used to call DJ Vinny Cup and Handle because he loved the Cup and Handle. That's what when he came the first
I make money off the Cup and Handle.
Cup and Handles everywhere. I'm like, DJ Vinny, every time it break a new high, that's a Cup and Handle. Like every time
Spy had one today.
We see it, Uncle Benny.
Did you see the one on Spy today?
It had a cup and handle?
I don't know,
yeah,
but I believe
it was a little teacup. It was a very small one. It was just before that second, before it went.
I don't know, but I believe you, Uncle Benny. No, the reason why I called him
Tell him you're Ralphie, boy.
He tried so hard to get in the zone, right? When he finally got in there, his profile picture, it really looked like one of my uncles. And we had the white feet on. It was his dude.
It's funny, you guys.
Profile picture like on Discord. His profile on Discord is like, "What's up? That's right. It's me, Benny, mother."
That was my old biker picture.
Dude, I got that from that. I said the same thing, Aaron. I said he looks like he just got off his Harley right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't buy any more of those. It's funny you guys were calling me my cousin Benny, because when all my family members, they introduced me to their friends, that's what they say, is my cousin Benny. And I've heard that over and over again. It cracks me up, but I like the movie too.
That's one of my favorite movies right there. That is one of my favorite movies. What are you, a world traveler? Gotta ask for Chinese food. Ain't got Chinese restaurants right here. Oh, my favorite part, one of my favorite scenes was the grit. How do you cook a grit?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No self-respecting Southerner use instant grits.
Did he use Jack's Magic Beanstalk beans? How is it that the law of physics ceased to exist on your stove?
They got Slippered grits down here in the South. That's some goodies. I love the Slippered grits.
Okay, who puts sugar in their grits?
You better not say
it.
As a kid,
not even my family.
Butter and sugar.
I can never do it now.
What's that?
Sugar and grits is nasty. Okay.
It is.
Oh my God, I love sugar and grits. I don't eat it now, but I did.
Listen,
I'm a cream of wheat kid, and it reminded me of cream of wheat.
Right, but let me tell you, if you take and put a pat of butter on top, and you run that sugar across it, and let it sit, it gets that nice little crust of sugar on it. It's good eating.
Grits are not intended to be sweet, Uncle Vinny.
I know, I agree. Now, when I was a kid,
That's
that's
something
for
you
sure.
learn outside of our family.
Oh shit!
I don't think I ever
I like
How you make your okra? How you make your okra, Ralph?
Usually with tomatoes or fried.
All right. Yeah, I don't like them in soups or anything. I don't like anything where I can taste that slime on it.
Mhm.
Oh,
right. I
But
get you.
you gotta
That's
cook
why I
the
don't
I'll
like
eat
slime
them.
off.
I'll eat
You
them
gotta
slime.
cook
fried
that
all
off.
day long.
You gotta cook that off, Uncle Vinny. You know that. You fry
Yeah,
it for a minute and get that slime off.
yeah,
Oh, frying gets the slime off of it.
Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta cook that away.
My neighbor's from down here in South Carolina, and that's the way she does it.
Ugh,
I tear them up
I
and
hate that
fries them up.
slime.
I can't eat it that way. I can't. I don't eat anything cooked. So, but that's for those of you that cook. If you don't like slime on okra, fry it.
Fry that shit.
Yeah, that's I hate that. Like especially in gumbo, you gotta fry it
Oh
off and
yeah,
then put it in the
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of slime. I don't like that. But I don't know. I'm not a heavy okra eater, but I do like it goes good with tomatoes. I know that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
I
a good
remember my
combination.
grandma used to make it with
The stewed
tomatoes.
tomatoes. Stewed tomatoes my grandma used to make.
Yes, mine too, Vinny.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
That
everybody, don't forget June 5th, Coach is doing How to Grow Your Small Account Part 2. So, for those of you that need help with your small account, if you didn't see Part 1, you definitely want to make sure you see that, but get to Part 2. And if you did see Part 1, then you can get a discount code for Part 2. So, that's June 5th, 4:30. We'll be doing a later aftermarket that day. Just keep that in mind. So, I will come on, but it'll be after this class. So, yeah. Get yourself geared up for that, man. Small accounts. It's
now
worth it.
we can buy that, right? The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's in
yeah.
it's right on AmericanDreamTrading.com. Link is in the description up top.
Right.
Yep. Go right
I'm
on
about
there.
to get that one this week.
Yeah, you
I have
gotta
something to
see
do
it.
this weekend.
There you go. Yeah, it's hands down. It's awesome. Can't
Yeah.
wait for part
Put it
two.
on repeat.
Did you get it there?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I bought it before I actually was a member. But yeah, absolutely, just awesome. I mean, anything that coach is doing, but he really
Right.
hones in, gets down into detail. Part two is hopefully going to be a continuation. That's what it sounded like when he was talking about it, and it
Right.
kind of needs. It feels like, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah, everybody here should buy it. You don't have to be a member to get it. So anybody listening that's not a member, or anybody, you can buy it
Right.
a la carte. It's relatively cheap, but worth every penny if you implement what he's saying. It's so worth it.
Absolutely. And he didn't go up that much on the second one. The first one was $199, the second one's $225. And if
Yeah.
you saw the first one, you get a discount. So I assume he's probably giving it to your grandfather and you end at the same price on the second one if you did the first one. So, and you don't, again, like they said, you don't have to be a member to purchase those. So if you go to AmericanDreamTrading.com, you can pick them up and get yourself some learning in. And I tell you what, if you're not a member before that, once you watch those, that'll definitely make you want to be a member, and you can get signed up with any of the memberships. And if you can't afford the VIP, listen, there's a premium membership that you can get for $200 a month. It at least gets you on the Zoom call where you can talk to Coach directly and get training right from him. You're not going to be in the VIP room, but you will be able to get him from 8:45 up and through the bell. So it's well worth it. Anybody can throw together $200 a month. I mean, I'm not gonna say anybody, but $200 a month, that's one of the things that pulled me in. You know what I mean? That was something that I could afford, and
Right.
for the education that you get for that will afford you to be able to get some of the better memberships later on down the line. Just get your foot in the door.
So it's all about that education.
Yeah.
Education of what we're doing is key.
Well, just like any education, if you use it, it's worth every penny. I mean, this one's actually, you could actually use it exactly the way it's taught. You don't have to figure things out. You just got to change your ways to follow these rules, and you're golden.
That's it.
So my son got his feet wet. I don't know if he's listening to us because I share everything. But he called me this afternoon. He said, "Dad," he said, "I got in on Tesla." I said, "What do you mean you got in on Tesla?" He said, "I panicked and I sold." I said, "Why'd you sell?" He said, "It was going up." I said, why'd you sell it? So I'm trying to lower him. I'm trying to get him into ADT.
Was he in a call?
Yeah, he was in a call when we were
What
making all the money going
making too
down.
much money?
When we were making all that money going down, Tesla was going up. He was in Tesla.
Wow.
He said,
Would
"I
he get
sold it."
scared?
He said that thing moves so fast.
Mhm.
Man, Tesla was like a rocket ship today.
Yeah,
As soon as
yeah,
it got
well,
Yeah.
above that resistance, like the point where
yeah,
the pre-market setup was at, it was straight up from there. I said, "Damn,
yeah.
That was two
yeah,
perfect EWOs. You had one going up and one going down. I mean, that couldn't have gotten any better. I thought Spy was perfect. Tesla was a up and down, straight, no contest. That was beautiful.
So he's
That was
he's
yeah."
beautiful.
he's supposed to FaceTime me in the morning when we're doing our morning thing, so he can see what's going on. Because you try to explain to somebody what's going on, and it's that, I guess, that mindset of a scam. Oh, this is a scam. It's not a scam. What we do in here. It's education, right?
Yeah.
And making money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
So
know
but
what I
how
they
mean?
have so many
Yeah.
scammers
Mhm.
surrounding
I said there ain't no scammers
financial
in here. I said
markets.
this. I said
I
this
see
is
how people can be.
100% legit.
Mhm.
So
I
I'm gonna pull
honestly
It's
him.
think
like,
people do think Coach pays us and that we're paid
Yeah, I know.
actors.
I
And
know.
it's like, all those stories of Jimmy and Brady, all those guys. And yeah, we've all witnessed it.
Yeah,
It's,
I got this guy that keeps popping up in my news feed on TikTok, and I just sit there and listen, and I'm like, you have no goddamn clue what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Uncle Vinny, you got a TikTok?
Oh yeah.
I ain't know you had a TikTok. You ain't got to worry about it showing up.
I
I get
might be
enough
old,
of
but
you
I'm hip.
during the day. I get
I might
enough
be
of
old,
you
but I'm
during the
hip.
day. I do not need to go to the page after hours. I get enough.
I'm as hip as
But I
Aaron.
might come
Aaron's
check you
smoking a
out one day.
cigar.
One day whenever I miss the Zoom enough and I get tired of, let me go check on
Yeah,
my Uncle Vinny. I'll go and check on you.
there you go.
I
hey,
come
look, I
like,
was thinking about going live on TikTok, starting to go live on TikTok a little bit and invite you guys in to a panel on TikTok on my channel.
Oh,
So
that'd be
you never
cool.
know. I may do
Yeah,
that.
that'd
I
be
may do
cool.
that. That way we can
yeah.
just kind of talk about any and
Hey,
everything. You know what I mean?
Ralph, don't get hung up on that food now.
I'm gonna
Where do
come
you see?
troll your page. I'm gonna come troll
Yeah,
your
wait.
page and keep on,
Yeah,
Uncle Vinny.
you'll see it. You'll see
Keep
it.
on.
Wow.
Hey,
You'll see
y'all
it.
ever find out what caused the drop? Like what caused that drop?
The
Today.
I
Fed.
think Mark was saying it was
It was a
CPI, wasn't it?
yeah. No, it was the
The
bonds. I
Fed?
believe it was.
The bond
It was the
auction, I think.
bonds and the one
Ah,
Fed speaker that was talking about inflation and this, that, and the other, and we was talking all that shit. But
Yeah. Hey.
we were on it. We were actually on it probably 5 minutes before that news
Mhm.
because it had already started to cross. And that's when I asked DT. I said, "Are you sure about 525?" Because I started doing my quick back check, and I looked at the line crossing. I'm like, "Damn, that line's awful close to that 200."
right?
And it popped over that, and then all hell broke loose.
So listen, economic
Yes,
news. I know I've been beating it in the hole, right? It plays a really big role in how the trend works, right? So if you look at the daily chart, because when you have a breakout, it's usually a correction, and then after
right,
that, the trend really get busy, right? So
right,
I used to love to be the one to try to just catch the breakout. I stopped doing that, right? If I'm
right,
in the trade already or I'm able to get in, then that's cool. But if I see a breakout, I won't chase it because usually what's going to happen is the market is going to go up. Everybody's going to be getting euphoric. And then look what happened. The same thing that kind of like happened with Tesla. Everybody gets
Right.
stopped out. And then after that, the bullish trend just goes up and it goes forever. Most of the time when you get in a trade, you get stopped out and then what happens? It just continues to go up. The market got to, I don't know, I guess collect enough orders. I don't know what it is, but the economic the economic news that plays like a big role in how the market is
Oh
gonna
yeah,
move
that'll
up.
wipe out all
Like
your
they take
charges.
advantage. Yeah, they take advantage to
Because
stop a lot of trades out.
when I
Especially for
saw,
people that's been trading over a few days or whatever. You know?
Yeah. So when I saw it going up, I thought they were going to do that Friday flush because you know how the market will manipulate itself. And it made that run this morning. And I'm thinking, okay, Friday's going to be a sell-off day, right? So I was waiting patiently, Daniel-san, patient. So I waited and I saw that line getting close and I was like, yeah, something just don't feel right here. So I waited. And once it broke there, that's it. Game on. 6-star trade to the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah, them planned news events. I don't even really, I'm just be honest with you because I tried to figure out what's good news and what's bad news, and it's just a lot of confusion. If you just, you don't even need to know what the news is about. If they got a news event, just be cautious. Like if you're in a trade, you might
Right.
want to just, if you up, take a few profits. You know what I mean? What's
Well, you
most
should be.
important for a planned event now?
Yeah.
News that just come out on a dime, we ain't got no control of that. You ain't
Right.
got control of that. But if it's a planned news event, it's better to be in the know of what time that news event is going. Because, like, if you look at Tesla, it looked like Tesla was just going to be one of them trades that just buy all day long. And you could have just got in there and you didn't know that bond option was coming. It would have slapped you in the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was beautiful. It looked like a rainbow.
Yeah.
Well, guys, anybody got anything else they want to talk about before we cut out? If not, I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out. Everybody that came up on the panel, Joe Pink and, Vinny and Aaron coming and hanging out, Ralph, and who else was up here? James L., right? So thank you guys for coming and hanging. Who else? Didn't somebody else come up here?
I missed the beginning.
We got somebody knocking at the door before we get out of here.
Might be Christina.
Here comes trouble.
Christina.
Here comes trouble.
Hey, girl,
I told you.
What's happening?
Sorry.
What's happening?
Same old thing. What's going on with you guys?
Not much. How'd you do today in Spy?
Not much. How'd you do today in Spy?
Oh my God, we got a delay going on.
Oh my God, we got a delay going on. Oh no.
Christina.
Maybe turn it down or something.
Peace and blessings, guys. I got to break.
Peace and blessings, Vinny. Peace and blessings, Vinny.
All right, Uncle Vinny, tone it down a little bit, brother. All right, Uncle Vinny.
You know what? Do you have it on another channel or something? Or another phone or something?
I might.
Or another phone?
YouTube's still on. Yeah, mute your YouTube.
Yeah, mute your YouTube, maybe.
Yeah, mute your YouTube.
Well, I don't know. Christina know about the YouTube. She probably got the speakerphone on in the car. Like, you know how when you talking to somebody and you can hear the whole car? That's what she doing. Yeah. But
I'm gonna dip out of here too. I gotta go make food for the dog. So.
All right.
You gotta walk the
Aaron, it's been an awesome thing having you on the panel, man. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me, dude.
Yeah, now I got my schedule rearranged.
And I'm gonna give you a call this weekend too, so we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Aaron had a good trade today too. If you was in that top game. What was it?
Yeah, the
HMH.
HWH. Yeah.
HWH.
That was exciting. We all
that thing right there surprised me the way it kept breaking highs. I said, damn. Yeah.
I wish I could hold on to those longer. I wish I could hold on to those longer. I was probably doing in the morning. Now I'm doubling up.
Shit.
Yeah.
Now I'm doubling up.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I got something in front of me. I can't see. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Something's
I don't know.
It's a thing. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's a square.
All right, guys. I love you guys.
It says
Later.
Love you too, brother.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
Later.
Love you too, brother.
Good night. Sorry, I'm so late. I just,
Yeah, you got shit going on. We get it.
I can't.
Yeah, you got shit going on. We get it.
Yeah, So yeah, I did okay. I did good in Spy, but Nvidia ripped my face off, so I was really far down and
broke even.
So I was just waiting for something to save me. I needed something to save me, and then they came Spy, just tumbling down. So it kind of saved me. I mean, it saved a lot, but I don't think I didn't break even. I haven't checked yet. I haven't had a chance to, because Robinhood doesn't give the numbers like everybody else does. You have to go and add it and subtract it and all that other bullshit. Why? Why do they make us do that?
It is crazy.
I know.
Right?
I know. You gotta get the calculator out like Martin McSee.
Gotta get the calculator out like Martin McSee.
Right. And then I screw up. I'm all the way through it and I So how did you do other than not that? Dawn. Otherwise, besides that.
The wild thing is I did good on the
call. You might have to mute Christina.
Yeah.
While she's not talking.
Christina, go ahead and mute right now because I'm hearing myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's kind of messing me up a little bit.
There you go.
But I did okay with the call. But today I didn't work the shedding right. I should have just went on ahead and got out because I was like, how much was I? I think I might have been like 100 up on it. No, 200, right? But then I only took half of it, and then I tried to, shed my way out of it, and I ended up, losing $60 in the process. So I didn't lose 60, but I ended up breaking even is what I did. But then I stayed in the call longer and ended up losing 40 of the 60 I had left. Like I had gotten 20 contracts. I got 10 at 60 and another 10 at 80. So it was $140 investment total. Well, when I shed that first 10, I shed that at $145. And then I had 10 contracts left at $60. So I'm like, okay, well, the 80 yielded me $65 if I look at it that way. So I still have the original 60 left. All right, let's see what happens here. Well, when SPY started dropping, I was thinking that maybe it might come back up, but before I was like $40 down. So I said, okay, yeah, this shit's done. So I got out of it.
You know
what I mean?
It's like when something happens, it happens, and it's like you just know it's just not a day for me to trade. Like I just wish we could just give up right at that point, just stop and walk away. But then we try to get it back.
So while I didn't lose money, but I ended up only for all of that only making like $25 for the whole day.
I hate that. Yeah, you go through all that whole day worth. Why won't this thing go away? Yeah, you go through that whole day and you end up with nothing. I don't know what this thing is in my fucking way. Sorry. It's a restream thing. I hit a button and I don't know how. Oh, it's gone. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. And do I sound better now?
I'm not hearing myself echo.
All right, I took off the Bluetooth, so that.
I told y'all that's what it was. I told y'all.
Yeah, it's Bluetooth. It's always Bluetooth.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yep.
I'm
glad I can talk now.
Yeah, you can talk away. How'd you do, Ralph? Did you get in anything?
I did all right. I mean, I've been trading
Forex
year to year. Yeah, because the trend is moving up now. Yeah, I've been waiting on that. But I've been trading a few trades in the morning. I've been getting slaughtered in the morning. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I wanted to say. Mustang Chris, look, as long as your risk management
he's not alone
is together, like you don't have to worry about. It don't matter how many of them trades you miss, right? Because whenever I listen to Mustang Chris, I hear you're not gonna hear every trade, but something is off, and where you might be going too hard on the risk management, right? So all you got to do is lower the stop loss size. You need to adjust that, and then you can just take any trade. Because I'm telling you, I've been getting slaughtered.
It's so disheartening though. It's
for
so
the last few days.
It weighs heavy on you when that keeps happening. I hope
Yeah,
it doesn't
with
go up.
what's her name?
And you know the bad part? I started out the day in SPY puts, and I had 10 SPY puts at $10 a piece, and no, at $8 a piece, and ended up getting out of it because it started shooting up with Apple. If I had just stayed in those puts, I would have actually.
I saw that happening. I went in quick and I got 10, and then I was like, no, I got 20, and then I shed 10, and I shed more, and then those ones where I made that like 2,500%. That was on. I only had 5 calls on that one, and the last one that was making all the money, I paid 20 cents for it, $20, and I made 500 on it. I was like, why didn't I keep everything? Like, why did I shed? There was no reason to shed. But I wasn't looking at everything.
I see why I got out of I see why I got out of the puts, because you saw what was happening. It was shooting up
Yeah.
with Apple. I
That's
would have
why I had
lost that
calls.
money.
That's
So
why I had
I'm like,
calls.
if I had
Yeah.
stayed in those puts though, God, how much I did go back and look. And I'm like, okay, I would have paid 80 and I would have ended up walking away with 1,500 if I had stayed in that.
Yeah, but you don't know that. So don't, you know, you gotta not think about it like that. I mean, look, here's what I did.
Well,
The things
yeah,
that
I do
have,
know it, because that's what I would have paid,
Well,
and I went and looked at it, and it was like $1.56, and I'm like,
yeah.
shit.
But when you
Right,
do
you
that,
can't
I
go
do it
back
all
and
the
look
time.
at
You
it
always
like
look
that.
at the
Don't do
best
that.
case scenario when you look back. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, well,
1,500 bucks from 80, that would have been the day, you know.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
but you know the things I had Nvidia and Meta. I don't know what I had, but they were calls. I had a couple of Nvidia, you know, and they were already down, so I was waiting for them to, you know, turn around, whatever. And then that happened, and I didn't know what was happening everywhere. I thought it was just SPY, and then it tanked me even more. So I'm at like a huge loss with those.
I don't see how you do it, Christina. Like
I
all them
don't
different
normally
trades, like I
anymore. I
can't
don't,
do it.
but I didn't have, because I saw it happen. I was just watching
and,
Nvidia at
and
that
that's the reason why, because the market usually beats to the same drum. I'm telling you, like once something crashes, everything
I wasn't
crashes at
thinking.
once. You know?
I was just watching Coach and watching SPY and just watching that. And I wasn't thinking of going to my other stuff, because this was just going and going, making so much money. I couldn't look away. And then I was like, yeah.
That's the reason why
it happens.
My hot stocks.
So I've lost all the money in them, so I held them overnight. So tomorrow maybe they'll come up. I don't know. I mean, I've already lost almost all the money in them. I've already lost it. So there was no reason to sell it or whatever. I'm just gonna let it expire, which is tomorrow.
It was already worthless. I see what you're saying.
It was already worthless, because I lost all the money. So if it happens to shoot up tomorrow, if something happens and it goes skyrockets, then I'll get some money back. If not, nothing I can do. So that was probably like 2,500, something like that, maybe 3. Yeah. So
is it a dog going crazy?
Yeah, you hear that?
Yeah, I hear the dog.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell's that? It's like it sounds like a dog outside. It sounds like a dog outside, just arr, arr, arr.
Yeah, but you don't have a dog though, do you?
No, it's outside somewhere. It's outside somewhere.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
So anyway, if something happens and it shoots up tomorrow, then maybe I'll get something out of it. But otherwise, I lost like 3,000. I don't know. But the SPY, I made over 1,000. So that made up for that.
Okay, so we got to put the disclaimer out there for anybody new. This is something that Christina chose to do on her own. It completely goes against Coach's rules. We don't hold anything overnight. So we got to put that out there.
We don't hold it overnight, but it's worthless. That's the reason I'm holding it, because it's worthless anyway. So I'm just going to let it expire. You know, by selling it, it wasn't going to do anything. They're just like, so.
Christine,
so that's the only shot at anything. Huh?
I said, you know what you got to do? You need to come up with a risk management approach to trading. Because let me tell you, whenever you throw everything at the wall and the stick, no, let me tell you, when you throw everything out there, just like everything went all up at the same time, guess what happened? Everything goes down.
I know, and I didn't have everything out there.
You know, like everything usually moves.
I have some stocks I was holding long term.
Thank you so much for messaging me today too.
Well, I was really feeling that for you. I could hear it in your voice, and I saw it, and it just hurt me seeing that and feeling it, because I know exactly. You know, I know.
I know you know.
I missed that last one, and it was killing me. And that's the feeling I hate. That FOMO, that regret, worst feeling in the world. Especially when everybody around you is all, you know,
everyone's getting paid, right? I'm like,
you're happy for them, but you're like, mother,
I'm supposed to be in that, and it's nobody's fault but mine. And the crazy thing is, I kept saving buying power. When I got in that put, I'm like, okay, that didn't work out. Let me get out of here. Okay, it's shooting up. This is a good way to get some money, but let's not use all the buying power. Right. And I still
that's what I said to myself lately. I was lucky at it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I hate buying power.
It's a lesson.
I hate that. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm like, dude, I had this plan.
I saw it in your face, and I could feel it, in your voice, and I just felt. I was like, I just want to hug you, and I'm so far away. I just felt so bad. So
you kind of did though, verbally. She was like, "Hey, girl, hey, you okay?" I was like,
yeah, I knew.
No, not really.
I know.
But I'm like, thank you. And it's weird. I felt that something told me to go check the messages. And
well, I could feel it.
you know me, I don't.
I could feel it. It was like, it was awful. That's that feeling. I know exactly. Yeah. So I was like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Yeah.
But I gotta move forward.
Yeah,
that's right.
Tomorrow.
Gotta move forward.
That's
I can't trade tomorrow. Look, if I trade tomorrow, I'm trading the car payment money, and we all know what happens when I do that. And tomorrow is the last day. They're like, no, you got to pay us tomorrow. So I'm like, I could use it and say, hey, can I wait till Monday? But if I do that and lose it, look what could happen. So we're not going through that situation again. So I'm going to have to go ahead and pay the car payment, and I can't trade tomorrow. So I'm just going to have to deal with that. That's what I get. I shouldn't have,
I don't know if I can
I should have done what I needed to do.
I don't know if I can trade tomorrow because that stuff hasn't settled, and I'm still at a loss. But I need to pay some bills, and I need I don't have. I'm out of money.
All I got is grocery money to get through the weekend. So, and thank you guys for those tips because that is part of the grocery money. Thank you.
There you go.
So,
but you had the Dell trade, Christina.
Huh?
Yeah, so you had the Dell trade.
Yeah, I did good on that too. Yep, I did good on that, but it's still all of that. Even if it made up for what I lost, then I break even, and I still am behind and stuff, So I've just got to catch up, and I was catching up, and I was doing good, but then now I've got to move, so I need security deposit. They want just to go and look at a place. They wanted me to fill out something and prove to them that I make 3 times what the rent is. 3 times the rent's like $3,000 a month. I have to prove that I make over $9,000 a month.
That's what they say.
I'm like, shit. So they just to go see a
but...
place. They wanted me to do that. Now I've got like a month, so I'm stressing out. But I've got to get a security.
I know you are.
Because I don't get a security deposit back from my place because when I moved in there, I think it was like $200. He didn't make me pay one, so I don't have that to give. So now I've got to come up with twice the rent. I don't know. It's like. Yeah, you just get one step forward, 2 steps back. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Pretty soon,
I know,
2
man.
steps forward,
I know.
1 step back. 2 steps
but
forward,
the one
1
thing
step
that
back.
we're not going to do is quit because we have learned so much, and we got to keep going forward and make sure
we're not
but hopefully some of you guys that are out there are going through the same thing, and you relate to what we're going through because you're living the same way. Just take a lesson. Don't ever give up. Yeah, you're not alone. Don't give up. Keep continuing to come in here and come in the pre-market like you guys have been doing, and keep continuing to learn because at some point you will turn a corner. Nate tells me that all the time. He's like, you're right there. All you got to do is make some adjustments,
and
before you know it,
you can't give up on yourself. You give up on yourself.
That's right.
The only one rooting for you, no matter what. I don't care what anybody says. You're the only one that's gonna get what you need, what you want. If you want something, the only way to get it is you got to get it. Find a way to get it yourself. Take care of yourself.
That's right.
Don't give up on yourself because you're the only one that's rooting for you.
That's
like it or not. That's life. That's just how it is.
You got to pull yourself out of it. You know what I mean? Because like Coach said, nobody's going to reach in there and help you. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody can do it for you.
That's right. You got to take what you want. You got to get it, take it. Yep. That's it.
Got to keep it moving, That's
right.
So
I mean, I've had less money than I have now, which is nothing. I mean, and you figure it out. You always figure it out. Everything always works out. Everything, as long as you persist and you're strong enough, things always work out. I mean,
and the universe always provides. Always provides.
Yeah, and it's like they say, there's fighters and there's what do they call it? Fight or flight, whatever. Some people run and some people fight. Some people will fight till the death. Some people will just give up. Don't be that person. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Just fight no matter what. That's it. Right. No matter what. No matter what's coming at you, you can do it.
Yep, absolutely.
Everybody can do it.
Go watch Rocky. He'll show you what to do. So anyway,
and you know what? You too.
What?
Did you know that Jesus is black?
Yeah. Wool hair, dark skin, wool hair. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Putin just talked about it. they found some stuff. Like
how many Peters and Pauls and Johns in the Middle East?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
They don't exactly add up.
I grew up with. I'm a recovering Catholic. Just saying. So I grew up Catholic, and I was told all this stuff, and now I'm learning all kinds of different stuff about what's going on. And then yesterday I find out Jesus is black, and I was like, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's like we have different versions of it. I mean, you see the pictures and all, and then, but if you think about it, the dark skin and the wool hair like wool. I've heard all the stories. I know. I went to Catholic school for like 3 years, so it's like you get all different versions.
For 7.5 years, so
yeah,
that's why I turned out wild. Don't ever send your kids to Catholic school. Don't, especially your girls. Don't send them to Catholic school because they get out and they're wild.
Go ahead and send them.
I went for, what did I go? 7th, 8th, and a year of high school. My freshman year was Catholic school.
I went first through 8th grade, and then I broke out and I went into the public school and.
All hell really broke loose then, right?
Oh my God, yeah. Oh yeah, it was a big party. Huh?
I say y'all had nuns for teachers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, and they weren't
and a
very
principal,
nice.
And they did not play.
Oh,
they
no.
did not. Sister Ann Casserly, I'll never forget her. And Sister Mary Farrell, that was my French teacher. Sister Mary Farrell. Dude, Sister Mary Farrell was like the coolest nun ever. That was my French teacher in 9th grade.
She sounds like someone on Saturday Night Live. She sounds like the Saturday Night Live.
Sister Mary Farrell, she was so
cool.
They
had rulers and they used them.
Did you go to school in Maryland, Dawn? Are you from Maryland?
Okay, so I went to Dundalk Elementary for like kindergarten through 5th grade. Then I was born in New Jersey though.
Okay.
Yeah, Dundalk. Why? You know Dundalk?
No, I didn't.
Don't do that. Oh my God, I used to get teased about that when I was a kid. You said Dundalk because I know but I lived in Dundalk from like when I was a little kid, but I was born in New Jersey. So for 6th grade through high school, through all of the high school, I went to school in New Jersey. Okay. So all of that was up there. Yeah.
I went to St. Philip's.
I'm a Marylander as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So I know Dundalk.
Yes.
Dundalk.
Dundalk. It is a fun. Yeah. I left high school, but I haven't been there. I haven't lived there in quite a while now. I've been in Florida for a long time, but yeah, I grew up in St. Mary's County.
Okay.
Not far from Dundalk, actually. Honestly, but.
Huh.
So you're a recovering Catholic too?
No. My family had no religion growing up. We didn't. My grandmother volunteered and helped with the church, but my grandfather didn't go. They never made their kids go. My uncles and stuff. We never went. I mean, we'd go on Christmas Eve. That was it. We go on Christmas
My
Eve.
mom would drag me there every Saturday evening, and then we'd have to leave right when they were doing the communion because she was divorced, so she couldn't get communion, and so she'd get up and rush out of there. And so we left. So I was thankful for that. We get to leave early. But my dad never went, but they made me go. Yeah.
Dude, I came back. I have lived all over Maryland. When I came back, I lived in Chase, Maryland with my first adult female relationship. I lived in Chase. Then we moved to Essex. I lived in Baltimore City. I lived in where haven't I lived in Baltimore? And then the same thing down here in Ocean City. I've lived in Ocean Pines. I've lived in freaking Berlin. Now I'm in Ocean City. I mean, it's like I've lived all over down here too, but I can't leave Ocean City, man. Every time I think, if I move, it's got to be somewhere just like here, either Virginia Beach or Florida.
So you like the water?
I gotta stay at the beach. Yes,
you like the water.
I'm a Cancer. I'm a crab.
I like the mountains. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I don't like that
I
water.
live on that.
It's okay, but I like the mountains.
I do like the mountains too, though. Mountains are beautiful. Don't get me twisted. Mountains are beautiful. I love anything that's nature.
Wait, can you see it from here?
Oh, she gone. She hit the button.
She gone.
I grew up right up in Peak Bay, and I loved it. I loved the area I grew up in. It was scenically very pretty where I grew up. I didn't appreciate it as a kid, but I went back once with my ex. She's
where?
Like, it's pretty nice. It's called it's called Lexington Park. It's a small town in southern Maryland.
Okay.
St. Mary's County, but it's right on. There's a lot of water everywhere and creeks and rivers, and I just didn't appreciate it as a kid.
Oh,
You know,
wow. I would love that.
I just didn't. I didn't have any. I didn't have a boat. I didn't have any friends who were into the stuff that you think of people doing in that region. So when I look back now, or I go back to visit now, I look at the place completely different, and it's like, it really is nice there. And my little town it's a small town. There's a Navy base there, but that's about the only thing that gives it much population. Other than, if there wasn't that there, it's rural tobacco farmland, really. But so it was a weird growing up, because it was the town itself was kind of country because of the farmland, but then there's a Navy base there. So I went to school with a really large Black population, and then in the Navy, I remember it was so funny to me as a kid. Like, there's all these like rednecks, tobacco farmers, and then a bunch of people from the Philippines, and it was just the weirdest mix of
everybody.
People. Yeah. And I thought everyone grew up.
Sorry.
So you move somewhere where it's a little bit more separate, and I was like, oh, well, okay, that's kind of weird, Like, I grew up in a place where Black kids and white kids, everyone.
Sorry, my phone got hot.
The rap at the same time, and everyone did everything because it was such a small town. It was weird, man. It was really weird. But
that's cool.
that's
It's
on a military-based
diversification
town,
right there.
I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, now I appreciate it because you see kids now that, well, it's better now. I think. I don't know. I live in Orlando now, and it's a pretty there's a lot of different people here as well. So I appreciate that.
Orlando?
Yeah, I feel you, Christine. I need one too.
Right?
The military bases be in the hood, don't they?
The what?
I don't know. I said military bases be in the hood, don't they? Like most military
It was a little bit.
They in the hood, don't they?
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know if they put the military base in the hood. Just they got a lot of hood people in the military, and they bring their families with them, and then it just turns the place into the hood. You know what I mean? Like, all right.
Really?
Yeah.
My town, where the base is, where the main town center used to be before the Navy base was there. And it's a small little output. It's like a training center for pilots, and a lot of the astronauts used to go there. So it's about an hour from DC. But outside of that base gate was a little bit was the town. But now the town's kind of grown over the years. So now that town is run down, is kind of the hood, and the rest of it's parks. And I had a broke single mom. We lived in like government housing. I lived in the hood. And so it was like, I felt like I was the only one who lived in this cluster in the middle, which was pretty small, of these apartment complexes and stuff. And all my friends lived in the outer skirts. But it was a wild, it was kind of, I look back now, I didn't think it was weird at the time, but I look back, you're right. It is kind of like that. Fayetteville,
I'm telling you.
North Carolina, Fayetteville.
Military bases be around the military bases, like some pretty rough areas.
Yeah. If you go to Fort Bragg, which is a huge Army base in North Carolina, Fayetteville, you drive for miles around Fort Bragg, and it's nothing but pawn shops, fast food restaurants, and strip clubs. It's crazy.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
Yeah. Car lots, rundown used car lots. Yeah, it's really crazy all around the edges. But then you see the people that come off, and a lot of people in the military like to buy nice cars because they, up into a certain rank, you have to live in the barracks. So they don't have anything to spend their money on. So you see a lot of Beamers and stuff pulling off their base, but then it doesn't match. It's kind of funny.
Now, don't get me wrong. On the base is nice. On the actual base is nice. But around military bases, you'd be like, why they got a base right here? Like, what?
Maybe because they can keep them in order.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
They need the military to step in. They're right there. Maybe.
And then I got to thinking, I was like, man, it's probably the people that's in the military family, you know? It's like if you join the military, it's just like being in here. You start talking differently. Like Nate said, you don't want to talk to anyone who's just not talking about trading, right? And like if you was to join the military, like your whole attitude about life and everything would change. But then whenever you move your family from wherever y'all was at and move them to the area where you stand there in the base, they still hood and ratchet. You know what I'm saying? So,
and the thing to remember too, a lot of people join the military. There's a lot of people because I was in the Army. There's a lot of people that join.
Me too.
But there's a lot of people join because they don't have any other option. They didn't get grades. They couldn't go to college. Mom didn't have money to send them to college. Jobs were like in my small town where I grew up. My mom, like I said, my mom was a broke single mom. There was no way I was going to college. I mean, I never got, nothing was going to happen. So I moved here, and you're in the military. But, there's people who join that because that's their only
college. You get a better
option. Yeah,
college.
a lot of them join because they daddy's daddy and they daddy before that was in the army. That's just they're gonna do. But they got a lot of people who just be like, they don't have nothing else to do. They're not gonna make it. And if I can join the military, and once they do it, it kind of changes their life. You know what I'm saying? So it saves their life. It's a good thing. Turn them around. So you have a lot of different people.
I was gonna try to get in the Navy, so.
Was your dad in the Marines or something like that?
He was in the Navy.
I tried to get in the Air Force. I was denied because I have flat feet. But I tried. Yeah.
Yep. So.
Army
that would have been fun. It is hot as hell here. I don't know how hot it is where you guys are, but it is hot as a MF.
Yeah, it's warm here, but it's because I've got the heat on in here too, because it's been cold and rainy. But right now,
it was cold this morning. I ain't gonna lie.
We had snow like 2 days ago.
It's pushed up. It's like sunshine out there now, so no wonder it's probably warm. I could probably turn the heat off because it doesn't.
I hate this weather.
Open those windows.
It's 71 and sunny here, man. This is the best time of year in Florida. I love the weather right now. This is awesome outside right now. There's a high like 60. Yeah. Oh, it's nice.
Right.
We don't get really a fall. Our summer extends all the way into like September and October. Then it's still hot through the holidays. We get January, February is what we consider our winter, but that's really more like what most people consider fall. But it's like a fall spring. It's nice for a few months from January through like May or June. Gorgeous.
Same here.
You just don't want to be. Where are you? What state are you in?
Louisiana.
Okay. Yeah. It's very similar.
Yeah,
it's small plain. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. So it's just nice. For the part of the year, it's nice. Nice.
You can make it without a coat. They have people here that just don't even have a coat. You can just make it with a light jacket.
I've been down here.
Work outside. You don't need no coat.
No. Don't do that. And if it does, it's at night. You might run to the car and back. But I've been down here long enough where I used to get cold. I used to not get cold, but now. Man, really, any temperature that drops where it's got like a 6 in front of it, and anything below like 70, I start to feel cold. Like my cousins and stuff. I have a cousin who lives in Virginia. He's a commercial fisherman. He's on the water at 4 a.m. all year round. And I said something about getting some wool socks. It was like 64 degrees. He was like, "What? Wool socks? What are you talking about?" I was like, "Man, I'm cold, bro."
People around here, they really don't know about like. People here, they don't own gloves unless they going to just work with the gloves.
I don't have gloves.
They don't have to have that. But that's stuff that's mandatory for people who live in the north.
I can't imagine.
Thank you, Paula and Reg. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I can't imagine going up to a place like Montana or something. Like that sounds absolutely insane. Like those people that really do winter. I don't know if that's uninhabitable. I don't know if I could even do it. That's cool. That's like that feels like your body's gonna shut down to me. Like when I'm in winter and there's snow, that feels unhuman. that's cool. You know what I mean? That doesn't seem right.
I hate snow.
Yeah, because it's so funny. I've heard people from Florida who will come up north or come here, and literally it'll be like maybe 50 degrees or maybe not even, maybe like 60, and they're like, I can't stand it. And it's like, dude, really? But when you think about it, if you're used to it being warm all the time, you're not used to those temperatures, even at that level. When it gets freezing, hell no, they're not good with that. So, but it'd be just like us going there and it being hot all the time. So, but I'd take hot over cold any day.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. We have cold days, but it just be for that day, right? So up north where y'all might have days where it's been below freezing for all week. Yeah, it'll dip down to like, maybe the high 20s. That's for one day. And then the next day, it gets back up to 40 and 50 and it's back warm again. So we have cold weather. It just don't last.
Yeah, we have it. We have the for months where it gets to like the 70s or 80 during the day, but it might dip into the 50s or 60 at night for January, February. This year was a cold winter for us for as far as extended amount of time, but it's still during the day. It's whether you start off with a hoodie. By the time it gets to about midday, you can kind of peel that off, but you can be outside and do stuff. It's not hot. The thing with us, though, is everyone says it's true. We don't have the humidity so much right now. It's still humid, but man, when that summer rolls around,
I heard
we got that real
Florida
humidity here.
I heard that's what I heard.
It's like
Florida's bad with humidity.
Yeah, it's humid, and you get used to it to a point where you almost kind of like it. You like the heat, especially if you get
I would get down with it. Tell me about the insects, though. What is going on with the insects? Do you guys have flying cockroaches and all of that?
I mean, yeah, there's roaches and stuff, and there's
roaches everywhere though.
They don't.
No, I mean flying though, like big flying cockroaches and like alligators.
Gators.
I'm like,
that's what the wild about. Like people go on walking trails here around by lakes and the rivers, and people will just like kind of walk around them because they don't really want to fuck with you. And I go kayaking and paddleboarding a lot, and you see them along the bank, and they just don't care about you. You know, like, they just don't. We got shark attacks. It's wild. You know.
Wow. That's the only thing that worries me with the vision thing, because if I'm walking and there's and like snakes and stuff, I don't want to not see something and be walking right there and end up getting, you know what I mean? I mean,
you can have 20/20 vision and won't see
and not see. So to that point, that's a good point.
They really good.
That's a good point.
You'll walk up on the snake and don't even see it.
The greatest thing is if you're like on the river, there's a lot of spots. We have a lot of natural springs here, so the water near those is clear. But as it goes down the river, the cypress trees kind of stain it. It almost looks like the color iced tea, so you can't really see into it. And see a gator along the thing, and he'll just like underwater, and now you don't know where the motherfucker is. So you're like, and it makes you think a little bit because you're standing on a thing that you could fall off of, or you're in a kayak. You know, it's a little bit sketchy. But they don't. Aside from like when they first have their babies, and there's a lot of little ones out. They're a little bit more like mindful of people at that point, but then right now all the manatees are here in the springs, so that's fucking pretty wild. You can go to some of the springs, there's 400, 500, 700 of them at a time in there, and they're like the size of a car. They can roll by the water. So we got wild animals down here. Florida's a weird place, man. It's beaches.
We don't have all that.
Florida's wild. It's really pretty. I enjoy living here. I know
one of the reasons we were talking about moving there is because we want to grow our own food. So you need a warm climate to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like that was one of the reasons we were thinking about moving down there, or Georgia, or somewhere in that region. But I love Maryland because I do like getting the change of the seasons, and we do kayaking too. Like in the summertime, there's an awesome lake here where you can kayak, and we like to do that. But I'm like, I'm right here at the beach. That's that type of real estate, especially for what we're paying. And I mean, $1,400 a month. It's a lot, but it'd be way worse if I was trying to move to Florida or somewhere else.
You ain't getting. The problem we have here with rent now is how the housing market's gone through the roof. We had a lot of people during COVID from New York and places like that move here because they were like, "Man, I'm paying $5,000, $4,000 a month for a little apartment. I can get a 3-2 with a pool down there." Like, so we have houses that were maybe 5 years ago, not even houses 2 or 3 years ago that were a couple $100,000 are like $600,000 and $700,000. It's almost impossible to get a house now, and rent is insane. Even a 1-bedroom, a little studio, like for $1,400, you'd be hard pressed to find a rental in an apartment complex.
That's another reason why we're still here. So I'm like, screw that, man.
Anywhere near the water, like the East Coast. The East Coast beaches everyone's heard of are kind of scuzzy, like Cocoa Beach and Daytona Beach. Those beaches have kind of been, I don't know, run through is the right word, but the West Coast beaches and the Gulf of Mexico beaches, white sand, clear blue water, you ain't getting over there for anything cheap either. It's if you want to be anywhere near the beach, it's pretty wild. It's great. Or near a city, or near one of the city centers. If you go in between, because it's pretty redneck in Florida, in between cities, like from here to Tampa.
That panhandle is redneck, ain't it?
You drift down to Orlando, you get past Disney, and it just becomes, there's a lot of agriculture down here. There's a lot of orange groves. There's a lot, and so I shouldn't say redneck. It's a big country.
It's redneck.
Too,
because that's where I live at. I can be to Florida in like 2 or 3 hours, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? Wow, Ralph.
Yes. Because if
But
you
you
look
go
at the
down,
map, I'm on the toe of the, you know how they got the toe of Louisiana? That's one.
but
Yeah.
from where like you're at,
Yeah.
if you go down the nickname for it is Lower Alabama, but you go up to like the Panhandle of Florida, like Destin Beach, that is gorgeous.
That's why I
About the
say
Redneck Riviera, but it's like it's right on the Gulf of Mexico, and some of those beaches are amazing. But
Destin is a 2-hour drive in the map.
you're no amount of drive to get up into like Memphis and other stuff when you're over there. But Florida's a wild state. But then you go down to the Keys where Mancini's always talking about. That's wild down there too. You're driving, you're on a little skinny strip, just running through those islands. But
that's what I heard. I would love to go down to the Keys at some point.
It's nice. It's a lifestyle. It's a vibe down there. Like it's not beaches and stuff. It's fishing and boating. It's all like a reefer. Like, I'm getting eyeballs on me for a dog walk here.
Wow.
Yeah. I used to. I stay in the Florida parish. Our parish used to be part of Florida. I guess that's why they call it the Florida parishes. Like, I guess the section of Louisiana that I live in, it used to be the state of Florida before Mississippi back in the day. Yep.
Back in the day. That's pretty far down.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. Thank you guys for hanging out and chit-chatting and getting to know. You know.
Yeah. I'll see you guys at 4 a.m. I can't talk in the morning. Other people in here sleeping, but I'm in there. I like that. I like that pre-market. I like it.
Oh yeah, it's a vibe.
It's hard to get a vibe because it's hard to get going on it. Get that sleep schedule altered around by a couple hours. But damn.
I'm still thinking about Danny, man.
Danny was tripping this morning. I don't know what the hell Danny.
Yeah,
Danny
talking about like that was.
What did Danny ask Nate?
Let's not even go there. That's what I'm laughing at.
And it's funny because when Mark McSee starts hearing stuff like that, what did he say that one time? He goes, every joke you guys make is below the belt. He starts trying to change that conversation. And he was doing it this morning. He's trying to change the subject super fast. Oh, anybody want to talk about my drywall or whatever? He was trying to change that subject.
Mark tried to deflect, but that was just too much, Danny.
I'm still laughing at it. Oh, that was so crazy. That was crazy. I don't think anybody expected that to come out of his mouth. No. And we all died. I mean, that was just crazy. You couldn't even stop laughing at it. I'm still laughing at it. Even Nate cracked up. Okay? Yes. Even Nate couldn't even hold it back. That was too funny.
He really just asked that? Because I thought it was a serious trading question. You know what I'm saying? It caught me off guard.
And then you could tell that he knew he was out of pocket by the tone of voice. His voice just kind of, do you think about, like it got real quiet, but he still asked the question. And it was like,
Danny, work on those social skills, brother, please.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway. Guys, come to the pre-market. Check it out. It's a vibe. Not only do you learn, but we have a ball. So don't get it twisted. You need to come to the pre-market. I know it's early. I know, but it's well worth it. Tell them about it, Paula. It's really worth it when you can get in there. You know, there's a lot of you down there to come.
You should be tired, Uncle Vinny.
If you listen to part 1 of that, How to Grow a Small Account, the part 1, it's mostly talking about that pre-market and the shares and the hot stock picks. And most of what they mess around with is what is, it's not all of them, but some of those turn into the hot stock picks of the day. And to be in on those that much earlier, man, you're talking the difference of getting in on something that you might have got in on at $1. By the time it's even becoming a hot stock pick, it could be up to $2.50 and still running. But man, it's everything to be in there that early and be able to get in on some of those that early. I mean, it's between the L2 and those top gainers of the day. That's why people like when Nate come in and they have a completely empty cup. And Jimmy was the same way. When I was in here when Jimmy was first making his money, those people that have that like simple view of it. And Jimmy said the same. Nate used to say
they kill it.
He's like, this is legal. Somebody come knocking at my door. This can't be this hard. And they keep that simple way of viewing it. He looks at L2, which tells you a lot of information. He's looking at the top gainers that show you that it's moving and that he sees volume. These are all things that you can and I'm guilty of overcomplicating it as well. But man, when you get in there and see those things and those tools, man, it's really kind of kick yourself in the ass sometimes. Like, how did I not make money today? How did I lose? It really is kind of crazy. But
the thing is, that's their thing, though, right?
Yeah.
If you find what you're good at,
I
ain't saying don't go and learn other stuff, but hone in on the thing that you do the best in trading. That's that's what you need to go and work on that the best, and then once you conquer that one, and then you move on. See, Nate is good at everything, but for the longest, he stayed on one thing for the longest. I'm talking about for a solid year. You could not get Nate to do anything else. But now he just busts up in any market.
He's doing
He can
options.
go to any market right now. Anyone of them.
He did it. He's like you said, if you learn with these
shares, in his time.
Buy 137-cent stocks and watch them go 2 or 3 pennies or 5 pennies or 10 pennies, and like you gotta. It's so crazy. When I was talking to my neighbor this morning, and he was asking me how this was going, and I told him, I just kind of been hovering about 50-50. Some strategies I like more than others, blah blah. As I'm talking to him, I'm like, man, why don't you listen to your damn self all the whole time? Now I follow the rules. In the beginning, it was real easy to not get the base hits and not stick to the 1% and 1 to 3% loss thing. And I was looking back at some of my numbers today. It's like, no wonder you tank yourself in a hole. Like if you lose 10% of you have to gain back 10 just to break even. And if you have a bunch of small days, it just never happens. You just screw yourself. You really got to follow those.
You know what that is? And I've been preaching it the whole time. And shout out to David, because he always points it out, the risk management. And then the other side of it is why people hone in on the losses so much. That just sums it up right there. I've been getting slaughtered in those the high stock picks, but guess what? I don't never go in size too big. I'm talking about Luna drug me through the water. The one me and you was trading on, that thing.
I didn't mess with Luna.
Died. And look,
I did not. And I heard you. I was on the bike this morning. I heard you guys when Mashula came in and dropped Luna. So I started looking at it, and I'm like, okay, it shot up initially, but then it started dropping. And I heard Nate saying, "Oh my God, Luna!" I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't chase that.
Hey, I was in Luna, and it was up, and I didn't take profits. And the reason why is because, man, listen, I was trading Yuri. I F Luna right now. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, if you size right, it don't even matter what happens, because you're not gonna lose with the right position. I heard David come in there today, and he was talking to some guy, and I think he was in some option trade or whatever. He said he was down 5% on the account or something, and David was like, "You should never put yourself in a position to lose 3%. I don't never have to worry about it. Whatever trade that I take is not gonna take the account down no more than 3% because I'm not gonna put it on." I don't care if it's a hot stock trick and I trade and I got to just put in 2 shares, no matter how small the account is. When I trade a hot stock, I'm prepared for that thing to go to 0, right?
I was saying the other day, I wish more people would use the percentage rather than a dollar amount, because I think
JP preaches that, because really at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the dollar amount is. What really is important is that you are watching your percentages, because if you're somebody that's getting good at building your percentage of gains, then when you go to size up and you manage to maintain that same percentage, look how much that's going to equate to. So it's really about the percentages. You're absolutely right. You know what I mean?
I've heard conversations in here before, and there's been people talking about the math of it. There's people that don't grasp how to do the math of figuring out what that is.
It's the stop loss.
It's easy to figure out what 1% or 3% of your loss is, but then people don't do that math right. Okay, the max of that 3%. If I got a 40% stop loss on a 2-minute WO, what dollar amount does that equate to? That if I lose that 40, it doesn't go over that 3%. People mess that math up, and on like $1,000 account, that's like 50 or 60 trade.
Every time you hear Mark take a trade, you hear that calculator going. Mark is the one who drilled that shit in my head.
Math in it, so I don't have to
3% rule. Like he drilled it in my head to the point where, and when I started doing it, that's why you safe, right? No man, and then you're right. People don't know how to do it because he's a percentage person. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: JP got the percentage on the wrong side of the trade, right? The
Almost
percentages
everybody
is supposed to
trades.
be how much your stop is. Like you can put your whole account on one trade, but long as you don't lose 3%, you fine, right? It don't even matter how big. Well, it matters how big the position is, but that's how you gonna get. It's a calculator. It's like a formula that you got to use, right? In
But when
order
you do it
for it to
that
work
way,
out. When you do it that way, you'll never. It'll take
and you'll
forever for you to
automatically
blow an
be in
account.
small. You'll automatically be in small for $1,000 account. If you do that math out, the max trade you can put in
$30.
40% ain't much. So you'll automatically be in small, and then those base hits do add up. You know, that's it. The coach's rules do make sense. It takes a minute.
Yeah.
It takes. I said this to him before once when I was talking to him when I was struggling. Especially if you can't be in there all day and you're at work like I am. I used to catch things that coach would say, and I got these earbuds that I can wear now at work, so I'm in a lot more. But I didn't hear him say something. He's like, "Oh, don't I say this every day?" And he'd be like, "What VIP? What do I say when this is answered?" And everyone chimes with an answer. I'm like, "I've never heard you say that in a year." You have to really listen a lot to catch all the nuance of these rules. They're set in stone, but they're not. There is some wiggle. There is some nuance to them. You got to watch. Like he says, I'm not just saying lose 40%. If it's going, you can get out. Get out at 10.
Yeah, exactly. Some people take what he says to 25 to 40%. He said, no, he said 25 to 40% is what you
On
want
the
to go
entry.
by the guideline. Nobody is telling you to sit there and lose 40% of that trade.
And
That is something that you have to be, if
wiggle.
you're prepared to lose it, right. But he's just giving you wiggle room. Nobody's saying you need to lose 25%. Really, if it goes 5 to 10% down, hey, get the hell out of there, because that's huge in itself.
Yeah, but
right.
It's not looking right. Because once you
it's not looking good at 10%. So you don't need to.
Yeah, and once you stay in them for a longer time, you realize, and it's something he always says, you get past that wiggle room where there's times you get in a trade when you're on a good one and it's up 100, 150%. It can drop 40 and you don't even care. You can drop 50 almost and you still don't care if it's nowhere near VWAP still. So it's not that you lose that dollar amount. It's just in that very beginning. But that's just a nuance that you don't catch if you're only in for like a few minutes in the morning and you chime in here and you listen to some videos. Because his videos, what I like about them, they're very short and concise with not a lot of ads. But they're very short and concise, so there's not a lot of ads. There's no ads, but he's also he's teaching. But if you have to watch and listen a lot to really catch the nuance of it, man. And people, I think people lose that they think they can pop in. And I was that guy. I thought I paper traded, did it all wrong, but had success doing it. Luckily, I guess beginner's luck. So when I came in, I blew it up, you know. And then I realized, and I slowly, and then you don't want to start off.
Know what you're doing.
You don't want to start off. You want. I had confidence and lost it. Also, it's like to gain back not only the money, but to gain back the confidence to do it well. That can be hard. That can be sometimes the confidence gain back is harder than the money. You got to really like come back from a hole if you really dig yourself in deep.
This has to be right. This has to be right. You know,
you have to put all those pieces together and. You just can't.
But I'm telling you.
Look, Mustang Chris, and I'm going to put this out there. Mustang Chris could and would be a trading genius, but this gets in the way.
Heck yeah, that's why I was like, take out
this gets in his way. It's not that he can't trade. He can trade with the best of them, and he has the account size. This gets in, and he knows this. So that's what he needs to work on, his whole mental attitude going into stuff. But other than that, he can trade his ass off if he wanted to.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people.
I want to clarify something because this morning I told Mustang Chris to take the indicators off, and that was just only specifically for him. And the reason is I traded with him before. Like I traded with him at night, and we went through it, and we was working on nothing but the EWO getting in on the second candle. And I told him just leave whatever you got on your chart. But the whole time while we was trading, I was like, listen, when the second candle come up, we just going to get in. We don't care. We on paper. I'm going to take the trade for real, but you on paper. I'm going to just show you how this EWO works. But the whole time he was like, well, the 9 ain't over the 21. The 21 ain't over. That's too much. Like if you have too much stuff, if you have to have too many things in order for you to get in the trade, you're going to miss the setup. You know what I mean? And I took all the stuff off my chart because I was trained with just the EWO and VWAP. See, when I joined the group, we didn't have coaches indicator. We didn't. And you look at coach's chart that he traded in today, He don't have the indicator. The indicator is great, right? It helps a lot of people. But I'm saying, if you struggling, try to do less. Because I mean, everything that you add is another confluence that you got trying to get a 6-star trade. Every trade ain't got to be 6-star. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to have a 6-star trade to make money. Shit, if that bitch got 2 stars, you can make money, right? And some people probably miss a lot of trades because they trying to only get the 6-star trade, right? And what opened my eyes is one day coach was in there. He was like, I don't even need none of these candles, but the EWO. You can just take the top of the, you know what I'm saying? You can just take the whole,
that's all Nate
whole
uses,
chart
VWAP.
up and just get in on the second candle, whatever the strategy is. Yeah. So, yep.
Mustang Chris just said, I looked at it with just VWAP and the 200, like you said, but it looks so weird to me.
It does. It's gonna look weird at first. It's
gonna look weird at first. You know?
Yeah, it's gonna look weird at first because in the beginning I just only had VWAP, and then Mark McPhee, I sent a picture of the trades to him. He was like, "Why you ain't got the cloud on there?" The truth was I wasn't paying for TradingView, and I couldn't use no indicators, right? Because even if you don't
Dude, look what happened to Mark's trading when he broke it down to the simple stuff.
Yes.
Bit bam, bit bam. He gets in and out. He don't do a whole lot of calculating. He sees it, he goes after it, gets in and gets out, just like Nate. And they just go in, get out, same way as coach. Get in, get out. Up, it hit that level, it passed this level, get in, get out. There ain't a whole lot of calculate. There's not a whole lot of, oh, this cross that, this cross that. They just get in and get out. And it's like the simpler, now that he's gotten so simple with his trading, look what's happening.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you.
So the simpler, the better.
What the cloud was, I look at it and be like, damn. But the cloud right there, it got to get over there. That got to line up. And then I look and I'll be like, well, damn, it did go through. I'm like, man, I got to take that off. I got to take it off. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you take a David or Eric Smoto, they have learned how to use, they are traders that use those indicators to make their trades. So it's different types of traders. There's traders that just don't use any of that and just go in and out and done. Then you've got the EWO traders. That's because the indicators work better for the EWO traders.
Yeah,
if you're a scalper, you don't need all that. You're in and out. You're looking at the 9 if anything.
That's why I wanted to clarify that, because I don't want people to just take it off their chart. The reason why I told Mustang Chris that is because I traded with him, and that's something that I saw that might have been holding him back too many. If you got to have, listen, that entry is the most important thing, and you want to keep that entry clean. You don't want to have a whole bunch of reasons why I shouldn't be getting in this trade. When you see the setup, that second candle, you need to get in, right? The stop loss is gonna have you to that's how you're gonna get out. Whenever you will know when it's not working, and then you can get out. But if you just sitting there like, oh, it's over the 9, it's under this, it's under that, it's over that, and then I try to get in, and that's gonna be just too much. It's gonna make you get out of the trade or not take the trade, and then next thing you know, it just goes up, right? So
yeah, the 9's nice, man. When the candles go above it or below it, you watch when you watch it, and when it goes below.
Let me tell you something.
Almost a
there
little
was
bit
a time in ADT whenever you couldn't even mention the 9.
I know, I saw someone else on another thing online talking about the 9. I put it on, and a couple of days later, I heard Coach kind of not want to talk about it. But I was looking at it, it's like it's almost when it crosses over and stuff. It's almost, it gives you an extra. On the 2 minutes, sometimes it gives you an extra couple candles, 2-4 minutes of, and I won't go in heavy on it, but I might get one there. And then if it does follow up to the 2 minute and I get some in on the 2 minute, that one helps maybe average me back a little bit, so I'm in a little bit of a better spot. It doesn't always work that way, but when you watch it in relation to, when you watch what the 9, at the end of the day, go to any chart, watch where the 9 went with the pattern of it, and watch where it goes under and where it goes back above it. A lot of times it indicates, and then the crossovers, that day is months ago, and I was talking about showing where it crosses over, and that's usually where the EWO flips. I never put that 2 and 2 together, but it's between the 2, the 21, the 55. I do like watching those almost, and I like watching those better because I feel like it's almost like it makes them like a game. They almost every minute or 2 minutes, and you see them switch and what position they're going. They curling up, they curling down. Whereas the EWO, in relation to that, I know that's getting in the weeds for some people as well. I know Robbie said you won't use any of that, but I like watching it. I find it interesting how it can work in such a weird way. I have a friend who doesn't think that there should be. He's like, I don't know. It just seems like you put these resistance and support lines in. It doesn't make any sense. Like, they're just basing it on what? You look back and it touched here one time, so they put a line. I'm like, nah, man. You look back over time, there might not be.
Support resistance is very important.
Yeah. There might not be news
don't
today.
put it for one. The whole point of the matter is you put it where there are multiple touches.
The thing he didn't grasp was, like, historically, if something happened and it made Apple turn around at $100 or 102.74, and then
on several occasions,
and then it happens again. But the thing is, the second time might have only happened because it happened once. Now that it's done it 5 times, that's just people see that line. There might not have been any kind of news or reason it did it any other time, but humans are humans and they've seen that level so many times. So that's what people are going to play off of. So that's when I first realized that, I was like, well, that adds a lot of weight to it, because like now you realize you're just the other side of this is other people. You're not playing a game with a machine. It's other people.
Just traders trading.
Yeah, and if they see, man, there's nothing going on in Apple today, is it going to hit that 102.74 and turn around again? And it's going to bump it, and it might go through it, but it might turn around on it again. But when you look at the L2, there's going to be a bunch of orders sitting there because that's what everyone sees. A lot of those people don't know why it turned around at that, and no one may know why it turned around at that number that one time back in 1989. But it's done it 12 more times since. So now that's weight, because it's just people make those lines. Yeah, people make
those lines on the chart. The price is like magnets towards them.
Yeah,
they're gonna go towards those supports and resistance.
Yeah,
like price magnets, So
I think people forget that there's other people on the other side of that. The dollar you won,
just like you. Yeah, like you just not getting into the trade. There's somebody up there that's just waiting on that shit to come back so they can get free and get out of this trade that they in the loss with.
It's a wild machine. It's a crazy thing that even exists in the world, the stock market. It's like it's like anybody can get in it and do this and that with it and make money off it, and even people can get in, just buy some SPY every couple of weeks, buy a little bit of SPY and just never touch it. Long term hold. People can do all kinds of things with it, and I think it's crazy that it even exists. I have become slightly, like, I wouldn't say I'm at an obsession level, but I do like watching it. I like watching the news of it. It makes me listen to different things on the news I used to listen to before. I like more. It's a crazy thing. It can become consuming for sure.
Look, I want to show you guys this real quick before we get out of here. Speaking of what you were just talking about, today when I was looking at SPY, I was charting it out as it was happening. And you're talking about respecting lines. I'm like, holy shit, if I wanted to channel trade this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Mm-hmm. It should like price magnets.
Time. Look at that.
Yeah. And Coach talked about so many videos.
It went here and went here. And then that's when I was like, okay, it's not going past that line. Came back down here again. I'm like, wait a minute. Came here again, and I'm like, whoa, okay, if I want to start channel trading this, it's literally respecting this channel. It's not moving out of it. And I remembered I started hearing David in my head say, wait till it breaks the channel, right? Remember I told you I got in a put first? That was here. When it did this, I got into a put, right? Because it broke the channel. But then look what it did.
It went the opposite way.
So I got out of that and got in calls and stayed in calls. And then right here is where I stayed in the call, stayed in the call, stayed in the call. And then right here is where I got out. Right here is where I got out with that $40 loss. And look what happened from there. But if I had stayed in this put, look how that ultimately would have paid off. But why would I have done that when this happened?
Yeah, for real. Because
it
would have came all the way back down and you still would have been in the green.
You got to trade the trade. But I didn't trade. Yeah. There would have been a time I would have tried to I didn't mess with any of this. But look how it respected those lines. When I got to about right here, I put both of these lines in because I'm like, okay, this is where it seemed to keep stopping and then dropping. And popping and dropping, and I'll be damned if it stayed right in that channel. And I'm like, I'm gonna wait before it breaks this channel to trade this, and that's when I got in this put. So yeah, it does. It respects lines. It's habits. Everybody together, whoever was trading this, those traders you guys were talking, everybody was in agreement. Okay, when it gets here, we're going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, when it gets down here, we're going back up. You know, everybody was following suit. So it does have, it's a series of repetitive patterns, you know, and you just have to get with those patterns if you want to be able to trade properly and follow the trade. You got to learn how to see what they're doing.
You can really see it in the morning, like whenever they be watching the L2, you'll hear Mark saying, everybody get scared. He get frustrated. Why are y'all scared of that order right there?
Not to mention Mark McSee. There you go, Mark McSee. Mark asked where my lines were. They were here. Okay, they were there. Look at that. I charted it.
What
as
Mark
I was
had in the damn chat?
Yeah, Mark was down in the chat saying, "Where's Dawn's lines at? They're right here."
Mark said his hair hurts.
Stop picking on me, Mark.
Hair hurt. His hair hurt. The job done? I think I see Mark in the chat. I think it is. I asked him, was the job done?
Hell. Look, I messed that up. Wait a minute. There we go. There we go. All right, guys, I got to get out of here.
Yeah, it's about to get ready to be the Tokyo session. Tokyo session about to start now. And we got the pullback that I've been wanting. Okay.
What happened? Joe Pink rolled out?
I don't know. He just dipped on it without saying bye. But I've been stalking the goddamn. I've been stalking this chart, and it finally moved to the upside. And I got out of the trades because when the bull trend start, I want to get as many trades placed as I possibly can, right? And I'm just waiting on. The news. I'm waiting on the news that just come out, and we finally got the pullback that I was looking for today. I guess it was the bond auction or whatever. So I don't know if it's going to continue down, but it's probably not because the buyers are in control. All right,
right?
they in control. I'm telling you. Listen, if a trend is up, it's going to continue to break highs. That's what it's going to do. Break new highs. Break new highs. That's what it's going to keep rolling like that until it stops. Right? When the euphoria builds up, you know, so.
Well, go get that money, bro.
All right. I'll holler at y'all.
Sounds good. Thank you for coming and hanging out.
Yeah.
And everybody that put a little something in the tip jar, thank you. I appreciate that. I needed that today. So thank you, guys. I appreciate you. And everybody have a fantastic night. And I'll see you guys from the pre-market. I'll see you guys in the morning. Peace and blessings, everybody. See you, Ralph.
All right.
Posted our new mastermind series class, which is going to be June 5th at 4:30 Eastern. This is how to grow your small account part 2. You do not have to watch the first one to have the second one, but I highly recommend it because it is the basis and the foundation leading into part 2, which was how to grow your small account. It was $199 if you were able to buy that before the class. It's almost 2 hours, but it is a full 90-minute class with Q&A. You guys will be able to rewatch that as much as you want. If you did buy the first one, there is a discount code that you guys can use. I can't just blurt it out because it's only if you bought the first one. So head over to our Discord, look at the channel that is for the replay of that video, and you guys will see the actual discount code that is listed inside of there. You can find it in our store if you go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. To sign up for any of the services, of course, website is always here. $200 for our regular membership gets you immediately into Zoom. You can see every trade I make. You'll get hot stock picks, the videos on demand, the IPO center, and the pre-market setup, all with the regular $200 membership. When you're ready to step it up, though, I highly recommend the VIP membership. You'll be able to start trading early at 4 a.m. You'll get to trade with some of our other millionaires inside of that room. You guys will get masterclass training with me every day at 8:15. You'll get the VIP lounge, all of those hot stock picks, pre-market setup. You're going to get the IPO center, the videos on demand, all of the workshop classes for free, and we put one of those on every single month. You'll get all the VIP training videos, the trading view indicators. These were designed specifically based on my 2-minute EWO, which, by the way, no trader in the world has ever used what we are doing with the Elliott Wave Oscillator. And we have a lot of people finding success, obviously, with this. You'll also get VIP seating at the meetups. If you are a VIP member and you want more training, VIP Gold, you can add that on for an additional $2,500 a year. Right now, as one of the specials that I have, this could go away, but right now, if you sign up for the VIP Gold, you will also get a free one-on-one with a moderator. That is a $500 value just for that. You'll get all the mastermind classes. You get every mastermind class for free during your subscription. You'll get 1 hour of tech support if you need it, so we can remote in. We can help you set up those charts. Anything specific, right, that will get you going, we can help you with that. You're also going to get, for the first time ever, weekend training. We've been doing it every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And because it's the weekend, it is literally like a one-on-one. You'll also get our news service showing us everything, right, that's going on in the market, and breakout rooms. So anytime we do a breakout room, that's only for VIP Gold members. You guys will be able to access that. Use your affiliate account. You guys will also get a piece of everything. So you have family members, neighbors, people in your church, people that you guys want to help out. You can give them your link, and that will also give you a kickback immediately. It's immediate. As soon as they pay for it, you guys will get money. You'll see it into your monies that you can just withdraw. Send them to AmericanDreamTrading.com.